Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put in work, go rub. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach starting to step on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay back and swaggy, big rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and go easy, off the easy, push easy. With my steppers, our special kids, making picks and so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Botese, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ron Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub. Man, appreciate the number one podcast in the DFW, the Dub, coming through. They always showing love.
Salute. What it do, bro? What it do?
Man, what up? Man, I miss you, man. I miss my boy, man. Man, I miss you, dog, man. Say, man, I missed last week. But I'm back, man. It's crazy. You know, we was gonna take a vacation, but hey, let me be real, man. Hey, dog, we got bored. We wanted to toss up people. So hey, here we are. And crazy part about J man say, "Be right, you want to do the show?" I'm the least talking ninja. I said, yeah. So, so I'm gonna step it up today, man. And another thing, you know, it's my Founders Day. You know, KA size, our Founders Day. You know, so it's a good day, man. I'm ready, man.
Hey, man, I just don't know. Is Booster still an honorary member?
In my eyes, he is. I like in my eyes. Say, no, the new 55 and up, no. They still mad, boy. They
still mad at Booster, man. How the hell Booster get the jacket, man? That's what I want to know.
Man, say, you know, Booster get whatever he want, man. From black market to the white market, you know, Booster get whatever he want.
Man, Booster got the jacket, man. I was like, man, it was a big deal. They really made a big deal about it. I was like, say, man, I mean, that's free promotion.
Oh, it is, man. It is. But move, man.
We got somebody. Hold on, let me see.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's barbershop talk. Oh, we got 2-time in the building.
2-time must be out here creeping.
God damn, 2-time, man. Tell him to call her back 2-time. You take care of business now, bro. Come on, coach. Coach. Say, coach, tell him you'll call her back.
I went to pop off. I think coach.
Man,
come on, coach.
Man, he tripped.
Gucci man, we need 45 minutes, Gucci man. You finna call her back. Tell him you'll call her back, Gucci man. we need like 45 minutes.
Just say you go to the store get some cigarettes, coach. Oh shoot! I guess it's camera button ain't working.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. But like I said, we talking about everything. We touch from college football to NFL. We talking about everything, man. We talking about
everything, man. Well, man, yeah. It's whatever. Tom will take you out till you could put you. Can you hear him? I think he tried to get his camera working.
2-time. Yeah, man.
Trying to get the camera working.
Man, we talking about the state of the South. You know, we're gonna touch on Duncanville, Sock, DeSoto, L-Town, man. You know, Mesquite. We touch on everything. You know, South Lake, man. Hey, we got a lot to talk about, man.
We do, man. I should have said my man, because this is kind of a last minute thing. Actually, 2-time was like, "Hey, man, it's bored." So we like, "Man, you right? Let's hop over, man. Let's chop it up for a little bit, man. We ain't got nothing else to do.
We don't got nothing.
But first off, man, Happy New Year to everybody. I want everybody to know Happy New Year. I see everybody giving you a big shout out on Founders Day. You know what I'm saying? All them pretty boys, man, with canes and wearing red and black all over the city, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. We turned it out.
But on top of that, man, what else been going on, man? My Cowboys, man, it's the end of the season, man. We done.
Man,
We out.
you see how we
You know
you see how we lost? You see how the Cowboys lost, man. You see how we lost? They F my whole goddamn mood up. I didn't want to do the show. Now I say, you know what, man, let me do the show. They might be better just talking about it. You know, how we lose like that, bro?
I'll be honest, dog. It was I was just happy it was over. Like that was like I finally felt like, you know how when you was a kid you be getting a whooping and you know when that last lick comes, just you can get I was just like, you know what, man, this is the last lick. I'm ready to go. I'm tired.
Say J Matt, but this how cutthroat our boy is. You know, Jerry Jones let Trey Lance start just not to pay Rush the rest of his bonus.
Hey man, it's cold business, dog. It's business. I don't blame him though. I don't blame him. I ain't paying you no $500,000. We ain't even going to the playoffs. I can save that money.
I don't blame him.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk though. I don't blame him. That was a good business. Good business move, Jerry.
Hey, dog, that's business, dog. Like, everybody mad at Jerry. I'm like, shoot, that's business.
Not for real.
Business is business. You know what I'm saying? And it is cold out here, man. Shout out to all the single people, man. I know y'all got that heated blanket. Everybody got their heated blanket and them big heavy blankets. Shout out to all the single people that's gonna be cold. Hope y'all make it through.
And
anyway, man,
we gotta talk about the UT. We gotta talk about UT. You know,
hey,
UT.
What you think about the Longhorns, man? What you think about the Longhorns, man? You know, we're in the Final Four.
Final Four.
We're in the Final Four. It was a tough game, but you know, I don't apologize for wins. You know, when you win, you win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy, man. You know, we got a lot of DFW kids that go to school down there. So a lot of kids is in the playoffs and at Texas, and that's clown. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, I'm happy, man. I am worried about Friday. I ain't even gonna lie, dog, because Ohio State look good.
Man, they rolling. Ooh, man. That damn receiver, they put his ass in that slot. It's like he goes to work, boy. You really gotta have 4 cornerbacks out there who can run.
Yeah. Now I'm worried about it. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm happy we there. And one thing I know is you can't say we sorry because we're in the Final Four.
Nah, I can't say that. And it hurt my soul. Like I said, I can't call y'all sorry in the hole. I can't say
no, we ain't sorry in the hole. No, we ain't sorry in the hole.
Damn,
we ain't like your team. We ain't losing the Navy and carried on. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
we
say, man, damn, that was a low blow, bro.
But no, we chilling on it, man. We chilling on it, but I'm excited about it though. You know what I'm saying? Who you got? Who you got in the Final Four? You got Notre Dame, Penn State, Texas, man, Ohio State. Who you got?
This is my opinion, Jay. I think the winner of the Texas and Ohio State game gonna win the national championship. And this is my reasons for that. Ohio State and Texas is by far out of the 4 the more well balanced out of the 4. I mean, it's it's bad. It's up and down as they look. Texas defense is not bad, and Texas and we got some haters. That they look comment about y'all quarterback. He ain't worth the money. He worth every. Hey, listen, you won't be no top. You ain't the Final Four in the trade quarterback. No, come on, man. But I mean, I ain't gonna touch on. I ain't trying to touch on that, but.
That needs to be said because you see everybody call the man. And look, I'm not the biggest Quinn Ewers fan, right? I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I don't think he's sorry. I think he's good enough.
Sorry.
No, he ain't sorry. Now, can he work on that deep ball? Yes. I do not understand how you could have a strong arm. I need to ask Riley. I need to call Coach Dodge and say, man, you ain't taught my boy how to throw a deep ball.
And Jay, man, y'all and UT fans, think about it. Y'all the fans they like Cowboy fans, man. UT fans are tough, boy.
Oh yeah.
Like that. It's just like I said, J Mac. You need to think about it, J Mac. The 4 quarterbacks now. I don't know 4 quarterbacks going to the league. Whether it's first round, second. I mean, at some point we put all 40 quarterbacks right now. They're gonna get a chance to play Sunday.
Yeah.
Come on.
That is true.
That's true.
That is true. Like
he's far from trash.
You can't be trash and make it to the Final Four. I really believe that. I think all the trash don't even make it to the playoffs. Hey, give me this, man. What you think about SMU, man? They had a good year. They made it to the playoffs, and then they got monkey stomped. But what you think about SMU, man?
Let's be real with SMU. I'm gonna be just honest with it. You know, most of know they're building. They seeing this levels to it. Like that Penn State team, they seen like, hey, what we do against a Duke on a regular or Central Florida. It's levels to it. And Jennings, he didn't play well. But the reason he didn't play well because those are different type of athletes they going against.
Yeah,
I think. I think with SMU is concerned. I think once they start, start building from. They're still in this. I mean, SMU is really not building from the ground up. Most of them kids still transfer kids. Once SMU start getting these kids like our boy, shout out to 6 and 13. I mean, when they start getting them kids from day one, watch how different that program be. I mean, they got a 12th spot, but watch how they be, J-Mac, once they start getting them kids. And not just that, J-Mac, it's going to be a point now where SMU, if it gets so talent rich, it'll be kids in the area that can't even go to SMU.
Yeah.
Hey, it's happening.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, say, we finna say, J-Mac, in this 2 or 3 years, it's going to be some kids, Duncanville, man, hey, man, I'm trying to get to SMU, man. They ain't even turning my calls or nothing. So this thing, man, it tells me, but SMU, they heading in the right direction, but they seen it with levels to it. And I'm gonna be real. I seen when they played Clemson 2 weeks prior to the playoffs. I seen the problem there. And you see what happened to Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson got their ass beat so bad, boy. Jimbo, so they coach, he mad.
Hey, Jimbo started signing transfers. At first he said he wasn't gonna sign no transfer. Now he all in the portal now.
Yeah, so that's a wake up call right there, Jay. When SEU played Clemson, and Clemson is not just they all right, but they just not the cream of the crop where they were 8 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
Yeah, man.
That's true. That's real talk. I'm happy for SMU. I think they did good. I just feel like they the same as kind of like Boise State was, and I think after this year, the way they showed, don't be surprised if you don't see them teams make the playoff next year. Like I think they're gonna rather go with the Alabamas and some of the big ones. Like that's just how I look at it, man. I think they're gonna say, we can't just keep letting these teams that we know gonna get railroaded. You know what I'm saying? Just back up in there. So, but don't be surprised, man.
This just my thing though, Jay, big bro. This just my thing though. As much as you ain't saying nothing wrong, but I think the playoff committee still has to hold true to giving the conference winner a playoff spot. The reason it's 12 teams, Jay. So what I think gonna happen is they gonna instead of put like a Boise State, giving Boise State a number 4 seed, in real life, they gonna get their ass where they belong. They give them an 11 seed. So they gonna get they finna get them out early. They gonna get them out earlier. They ain't finna Boise State, come on. Boise State second seed. Come on, man.
Yeah. That they'll never do that again. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I mean, everybody talk about the Boise State running back. And I want y'all to tell me in the chat, man, the Boise State running back. Who would you rather have, the Boise State running back or Arizona State running back?
Ooh.
Like real talk. Like they say this Boise State running back is the best, supposed to be the best running back, coming in the draft. But I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably take that Arizona State running back
I'm gonna say this, man. The Arizona State running back, he played better competition. Shit.
Yep.
I mean, come on. I mean, boy, stay here. They get here. He going off against come say in. They played somebody. I seen. It wasn't nobody impressive, but I mean,
I was saying they played whatever conference, USA or whatever, but I don't know, man.
I mean, Arizona, that kid, great kid. He got some grit to him. He ain't the fastest. He ain't the fastest. He ain't the biggest. He just pure grit.
But he do everything. Like, dude ran out there and ran a go route and caught it.
he caught it.
I'm just saying, dog, he went out there and caught it, bro. So I don't know, man. I watched the Georgia State running back play a few times, and I'm gonna be honest. If I'm a team, he ain't nobody I draft in the first round.
But he coming back in senior year.
Huh?
He coming back in senior year.
I don't know if he coming back or he going out, but I don't, you know. I don't know.
I just think with that boys around, I mean, you know, he from Dallas, he from Frisco, but man, they just be real, man. The way Penn State, but damn, does that credit the way Penn State defense is? But this just me, Jay. I'm a realist, bro. This just me, Jay. Like when I see Penn State, people, Penn State just got a good ass defense. They just rock solid. I look at this. 2 weeks ago, they gave up 45 points to Oregon.
Yeah.
And Oregon they just lost 41-21. They couldn't score 24 against Ohio State team. So I'm just let's just put it in perspective though. So it's competition matters, man. Competition matters. They I just think Arizona State, their running back, number 4, man, he just look at that confidence, man. And they gonna be better than that year. That was their coach first year out, right?
Yeah.
First year there. And made the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
And not just that. That was a good showing. That was a good showing against a good UT team who got all that money y'all got over there. Shit. Come on. Y'all got players coming goddamn me on Rolls Royce to practice. Just saying, Jay.
That's what I'm saying, now. I mean, hey, competition do matters. I do agree with that. And I think that matters in everything from high school, from high school to the pros. But I don't, you know, I just think that Arizona running back, man, he's just a better player. I don't even see what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all wrong.
Speak your mind, Lamar. Speak your piece.
Y'all wrong.
What up, little bro?
Y'all talking about competition matters, but what you failing to realize, he's running behind. He's not running behind the P4 offensive line either. Now is he? Now put him behind Arizona State offensive line, and his numbers probably go up. He went for 150, 160 versus Oregon.
Amen.
Now hold on. Now, are you trying to say Arizona State got a great offensive line? Because that quarterback was running for his life the whole game.
I wouldn't say they're great, but you got to think they're better than Boise. They are a P4 school that was in the college playoffs.
Yeah.
So you think the Boise running back is the better back?
Yeah, I think Boise. I don't think Boise line is that good. And then for him to go out and do what he did week in, week out, yeah, I gotta go with Gentry. Don't get me wrong, Cam was good too. But if you put Gentry behind the Arizona State offensive line, which is better than Boise, he'd go out too.
It's true.
Brian Bear. Brian, what you doing, man? You want to hop on? You want to hop on because you supposed to hop on last week, man. B, you want to hop on? You can hop on. You want to? Let me know.
Man, the North Carolina coach, they took over, man. They took over Coach Gates, man.
North Carolina,
y'all took over the fans talking. Come on, man.
If North Carolina people it's their fault. Last time I was around North Carolina people, they gave me COVID. They hop on, I'm hopping off.
No.
They
I'm
gave
gonna
me
be honest, man. When Ty pop on, when he pop on, I'm gonna ask Ty that and if Willow make it. 'Cause I think Willow was somewhere over there by Edwell in one of them neighborhoods over there kicking it over Doomer's house somewhere. But
playing focus.
he over Doomer's house kicking it. But if he ever make it over here, I wonder what he think. What he think about it. What up, Coach?
What
My
up,
boy.
man?
all I'm saying is, J Mac, we talking about the conference that Gentry played in. Well, it's not like he was behind the P4 offensive line in that conference either. So put him behind the P4 offensive line, and he probably be that much better.
A playoff offensive line, like I mean, they did make two playoffs.
I mean, come on, now, boys. They ain't just
It's the playoff offensive line. But look how the playoff is set up. They gonna take one of the group of 5 teams, and they're just so happy.
Okay, but you just said he ran for 150 on Oregon, so evidently the line could do something.
Yeah, he did.
Coach,
Yeah.
What's up? What up, Coach?
who would you
Man,
take,
chill.
the Boise State running back or the Arizona State running back?
This
I think kind of depending on what style of ball you trying to play. If
Just for you. For your team.
For soccer, I'll probably say I may go with that. I may go with Boise State running back.
Well,
Yeah.
but now, do you think he the better running back? Just in your opinion, like just if you think about.
A lot of people try to do it. Yeah. I think he a better all around running back. I think people just take the last game into consideration, like, oh, he didn't have a good game, so they wasn't good, and now he ain't that cold. But you can judge a lot of people on that shit.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I don't think you discredit what the kid done did all year because of what happened in one game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think both of them had a good year. I mean,
yeah, they did.
But I just think, like, I guess I'm thinking, like, for an NFL team, I think I would probably just take the Scatterboo kid. Now I do wonder how that style gonna transition, because I don't know if he can hold up in the NFL just trying to be a battering ram.
Yeah. That's the thing too. Yeah, at that level, you can probably run over some people a little bit more than what you're gonna do. You got to make people miss in the NFL.
You see, I don't think he got that in him.
I don't. But I don't know if the Boise running back got that in him.
No. His yards after contact it led the nation.
Oh,
He got that, J Mac. Some of his jump cuts in the hole and stuff. And he got them quick feet in the hole, make you miss.
Okay, I mean, I can see it. I mean, I don't think. I'll be honest. I don't think neither one is the first round pick. I think but if those are the two best running backs, I'll probably go with the Mike Alstott. I probably will. That just be. I just like him because he just always going forward, man. Like the way he run, he might not last long, but he probably give you the best 7 years of his life.
Now I'll say
5.5, Jay. 5.5.
Hey, I'll say this. Back in the day, Cam probably would have been drafted higher when the NFL was more smash mouth. But now, if you look, even the NFL now is more wide open. It fit Gentry's style better. Get him in space, let him cut, make moves, and get up the field.
I mean, but Cam did spread out and run a go route and caught it.
Hey, man, that's one play. You gonna keep walking
I'm
on
just
one
saying, he can do it. He can do it. He can do it.
That's one play.
What's going on, Ty? Ty, you been keeping up with the playoffs?
What'd you say?
You been keeping up with the playoffs?
What playoff?
The college.
Oh yeah. I've been watching some of the games. Yeah.
Now I heard you getting on folks about the Texas quarterback situation, but what do you who the best quarterback of the 4 teams right now? You have to rank them. Who got the best quarterback out the 4? Or just rank them 1 through 4?
Okay. Okay, so it was that Penn State, Ohio State, Texas, and who the other team?
Notre Dame.
What's the last team?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
It's top.
I probably say, I really watched Ohio State a lot, but I probably would say Texas quarterback may be number 1. I ain't watched the rest of them enough to rank them between 2 and 4. Okay. But I'll probably go with you as his number 1.
Well, you know, Ohio State quarterback is. You know, Ohio State quarterback came from Kansas State. He was Kansas State quarterback last year.
Yes, he done been around the world too.
Hey, man. Hey, that Penn State quarterback, Drew Aller, whatever his name is, he's the best one out the group. That kid can go.
I ain't really seen him enough because all of them really rely on that run game besides Texas, really.
Yeah. What you call say Riley Leonard? I do like Riley Leonard for Notre Dame quarterback. I do like him. He kind of like he's just like a really good college quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't gonna, he just goody. You know what I'm saying? He the one that's gonna, take the QB counter, and look like a fullback.
J Matt.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, J Matt, I know one thing, Jay.
Hey man, for all you Texas fans, when did Texas become the guru school for quarterbacks anyways? People talking about he's not a Texas guy, he's not up to Texas standards and all this other mess, man. Y'all ain't had a decent quarterback since Colt McCoy and Vince Young was there.
Well, you got to understand when fans talk from when you talk about Texas, it starts with Vince VY. So they go automatically, you either VY, Colt McCoy, and after that, it's a bunch of bust out there.
Applewhite going there in that group.
Oh yeah, Applewhite.
Yeah, Applewhite was good.
Yeah, Applewhite, Chris Sims. That's the biggest debate. That split the whole Texas fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just like now.
Hey, Ty, I made a comment. Ty, do you agree? What up?
Willow, I can't hear you, Willow.
My boy, what up, Willow? But
Willow,
do you agree? Do you think the winner? Willow, you good? Oh, he on the phone. Okay. But Ty, I think the UT and the Ohio State winner is gonna win Natty. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
I think any team would rather play Notre Dame than Penn State because of the quarterback. Yeah. Let's just be real. I'm on the coach.
That last week, Ohio State looked like they're on a mission.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
They did. But do you think that was a little bit of a kind of a lick back type deal? Because you had Chip Kelly, you know what I'm saying? You had Chip Kelly, who used to be the Oregon coach, the OC. Plus they had lost by 1 earlier that, season. So do you think that was just more kind of a, emotional, we want to get our lick back type game?
Yeah, but I think they just been pissed off even dealing with the Michigan loss too. You know what I'm saying? So I think they kind of just a team on a mission right now where they mad at everybody.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Listen, is Smith the best player in the country as a freshman?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't never say no. A receiver I think when you watch it as a fan, you like you only see the stuff he do right. I think when you start talking about best player in the country, I think you got to really have some film breakdown to really see what's going on. He can catch the ball and run, but he could be busting on a lot of other shit.
Yeah. That do make sense.
But he looked damn good.
Yeah, but I guess looking at it on the surface, he do look. He do. But he didn't win. He didn't win best freshman of the year though. That went to
he sure did.
Nuggetsville.
You said it wasn't who?
Colin Simmons.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like the realest quote I saw was, the offensive lineman can dominate 99 plays and give up 1 sack, and people gonna say he's sorry. and a defensive lineman can make one sack a game and end up with 15, and somebody gonna say he great without judging the other plays. So that's just the imbalance of the position at times. It's just like a DB. A DB give up one touchdown, shit, everybody gonna say he's sorry, but he could have shut the dude down 90% of the game.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
That is crazy. That is crazy when you think about it like that. It's just like he could be having a great game and give up a TD at the wrong time or give up a sack at the wrong time, and he'll go down like an infamous something.
Hey, kind of like what they saying about Quinn. He could go 25 for 30, 3 touchdowns. People just gonna talk about them 5 missed passes that he had.
But that's just UT fans.
Yeah. The same way y'all the Soto fans was with y'all quarterback.
Oh my God.
We talking college time. We ain't talking.
No, but I'm saying it's
but we getting there.
Like people that say the Soto quarterback, he wasn't this, he wasn't that, but then you look at the stats, he's 75% passing.
See, I think a lot of it was part of it was missing Darius Bailey. But then another part of it was they had fans so frustrated was the balls he didn't throw and took off running when they seen open receivers down the field. I think that's a lot.
But that's first of all, when DJ in the high school, everybody knew he was only gonna play there 4 years. So man, nobody heard no shit about defense. He was gonna be gone.
He had a spoil, Ty. Come on, man. You see him.
No, but what I'm saying though is when you judging the other kid, he really wasn't that bad. Yeah, he may do some things different and don't. Maybe he didn't throw the ball as well as he did, but he brought another dimension to the run game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to cater to what's better for the kid. Because if you keep saying the next DJ Bradley, like shit, a Bailey. I mean, when the fuck the next one gonna come through? You don't know.
But see, I think that's what had some of the fans frustrated. Like I said, they were used to seeing DJ throwing the ball downfield. Now we got the quarterback. He was still put up 300 yards of total offense. It was just different than how DJ did it. Like Kelder may run for 150, throw for 150. They used to see DJ just throw the ball down the field to the Savages and Juntays of the world and stuff like the Boobies of the world and stuff like that. They were used to a quarterback running as much over the last couple of years. Almost 1,000.
But everybody got to know. Everybody knew the kid's strengths and weaknesses. Like only a fool would be like, man, he don't throw it like this kid. Yeah, he never threw it like that kid.
But this my issue.
I said it all spring though, because I know him from Little League and all that. I said he's more of a running type quarterback.
But I'm gonna tell you what that comparison like, Lamar. That shit like saying. They're like if somebody was gonna compare your son, man, he ain't Brian Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he ain't Shabal. Like,
he ain't Shabal.
But this my thing though. Since we on high school, we were gonna get to high school anyway. But since we're gonna dive into high school anyway. But since we on DeSoto, this is my my issue. I guess with DeSoto parents or the fans. My thing is. Why every time after a loss or even a bad ass whooping, why do players why they leave? Why they don't just grind it out? Like why? I mean, I ain't picking. I ain't just picking and choosing. But we don't see that with Sock or Duncanville or after a bad loss. Like, but what's the point of just say, damn, we lost and players just putting transfer and coming back doing the season like what?
Where's this coming from though? Who left? From what I'm hearing around everybody.
Did y'all have a quarterback who went to Randall and came back?
How you gonna ask a question and walk out?
No. I said, but listen. Did y'all have Did y'all last quarterback? Did he go to Red Oak during the season after a loss and come back?
No, that's not why he left. Like,
there was something that
going on behind the scenes.
That's not him though.
He was upset about playing time. It had nothing to do with the loss. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from what I've been seeing, and you know, I get a bunch of players on my house all the time with my son. That Longview guy have a bad taste in their mouth, as it should. So you know, they motivated, ready to get back to it and try to get back, hoping around 4 to bench their life. Now, from what I've heard, I don't think anybody leaving.
So they're just a bad rumor that every time, I guess, J Mac, am I do you hear it as well, right? Every time you lose, you hear about a player when transfer.
I'm telling you what it is, B-Rod.
You don't know. Every time the Soto lose, next thing you know, we get a man. I heard such trying to lead there. I'm like, damn, you just can't say one ass whooping and just get better as a team.
I really think like what happens sometimes is like people don't want to wait their time, and I think sometimes people don't understand how much better you'll get when you actually get to develop and watch it sometime, and then when your moment comes, you're gonna see the opportunity from what you really paying attention when it wasn't your time. Like go back to last year. Who was unhappy like hell last year? Whose son played defensive tackle last year? And what I'm saying, because you looking at it as a parent. Last year, Lamar was so disgruntled and goddamn, he wanted to eat up the world. But this year, how many complaints you heard from him?
Hey, and it's right. I tell you all the time, a talk I had with you, Coach Ty, I think we was online, and then I talked to Ward, and it kind of opened my eyes up. And after a while, I just sat back and let things play out. But
what I'm saying is, you as a parent, you've been watching your kid play his whole life, and he ain't never been on the bench before. Most of the time, because they playing age level ball. Then he a sophomore, they move him up. He ain't in the rotation, you know, where a parent may think they're supposed to be. And then the parent ain't used to seeing their son on the sideline. But it actually prepare you for when your ass get to college. Because, you know, for every Colin Simmons, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers you ain't heard of. Or you ain't going to no more.
That's true.
So everybody doing that ain't going to be adored. Everybody ain't going to have the success like them cats had. Like you didn't hear January name called one time this year.
Nope.
So that was a new thing for him for the first time was he probably done started every game he done ever played in. But then January went to Texas, he got to learn at that position. Shit, there's some growth you got to do, some development. You better learn on this side of them side.
Yeah.
We hear that, Ty, but Ty, you had a quarterback who waited 3 years. I'm just saying, you know, we got to put this in perspective. You know,
yeah,
he got a quarterback. He waited 3 years. He didn't transfer. So I'm gonna go to Carter because he could have went to Carter or let's be real, Kimball and start as a freshman. But he chose to wait his turn. Let's just be real. We just be real about it. Yeah,
but I think sometimes it is how upfront you is in the beginning too with the kid and the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking from my situation. It's like, you know, we're gonna make a collective decision. I'm gonna have the final say so, you know, on who we going with and when we gonna go with them or however it's gonna be. But it ain't never no thing when you done somebody coming in, hey, it's your show. Like, hell nah. You gotta earn that spot for sure.
Are coaches telling these parents that? Or coaches actually
I don't know what parents may be getting told, but I'm saying it just common sense to me. Like, shit, if I'm going somewhere and there's a Division I quarterback going there too, shit, I'm like, you know, hey, it's a possibility my son may not play this year with him being a senior.
Yeah. Willow, can you
is my son better than him or not? I don't know. You know, that's debate, but you can't never go off the parent opinion when you're gonna pick who the better player is. You know, that got to be from an unbiased opinion.
But I'm gonna say it like this, Tom. When DJ Bailey was at the helm at DeSoto, they didn't get no transfers. When Russell 3 years, DeSoto haven't had no quarterback transfer. It's the reason why. So,
but I'm saying people in the city know.
You made a good point. I agree. I'm agreeing with you.
You know what I'm saying? The people in the like you know who Studs is.
Yeah, no, like, you're right. Now I'm agreeing.
And in that position, it ain't a bad position to be in because you know we really talking like it's a lot of things you can look at because another cat could have went there and sit 2 years, and then been the starter his junior and senior year if he was committed to waiting. But some people don't be committed to waiting.
That's true.
So then you may come in with another cat coming in, and now that shit debatable.
Hey Todd, do you think that's in Pee Wee and Willow, hold on. Let's do a test. Willow, test.
Willow,
say something.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yes. Okay, there you go. All right. Do you think? Cause when we grew up, I know when I grew up, you had like in Pee Wee, you had the D team, C team, B team, A team, and it was always that you had that 1 year that you knew you wasn't gonna, you might have played, but you were playing with the older kid, like the 9 and 10-year-old played. So the 9-year-old they kind of learned behind the 10-year-olds, and even in junior high, at Atwell, the 7th and 8th grade played together.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, wait your turn was kind of, that just came natural. Unless you was a Willow or a Buster or somebody like that was just, super talented that could play with the 8th graders as a 7th grader.
Exactly right.
Everybody, that's just how it was. Do you think now because they do more of the age per stuff and there's so many things and it's instant gratification now? Do you think that what kind of went on, kind of just went on into high school?
Yeah. That would have been like everybody. A lot of the parents' perception and the reality of what their kid is ain't the same. And like I tell every parent, when you come talk to me, you only talking from the standpoint of looking at your son. You're not never looking at the whole team aspect. So your opinion gonna automatically be biased. But I think they got a lot to do with it because like a lot of these cats may be playing age level ball all the way up. And then the parent may don't understand, okay, if they're sophomore varsity to go against people 3 years older, would you have expected him to dominate on 12U when he was 9 years old? And there's very few people that's talented enough and mature enough at a young age to go out there and play with those guys, much less be successful. It is something though. Like the quarterback started pretty much he was a freshman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you knew he was a Zach, that Dunkerville, even DJ Bailey was rotating out of sophomore. You know what I'm saying? So,
he was.
So a lot of it, you got to let the kid develop and just don't have the perception where I'm used to seeing my kid starting, he always cold. That shit don't carry over because when they go to college, that shit don't mean nothing.
Okay, Todd, how you what about some school that won't let you play on varsity until you're a senior or a junior? Oh, I know.
I don't think it ain't like if you can ball, ain't no schools in Texas that should be holding somebody back unless maybe it's a quarterback position or something. You got some All-Americans in front of you.
Well, we can talk about that.
You can play.
Well, it's a program. It's a
That's
school.
bullshit.
No, I guess the way their program set up. I guess am I lying, Jay? He was the coach. They were like,
no, it's well, LD Bell like that. Hebron like that too.
Hebron like that too.
Yeah, Hebron like that too. I think it's because they got different schools. They got like the 9th grade school, 10th grade school, and then they got like I guess what they call the senior high school or whatnot.
Come on, Tyler.
Man, I don't give a damn if the coach of school is a freshman and he's mature enough to play on varsity. His ass gonna be on varsity. I don't give a damn what school he go to.
Right. Hey, Todd. They say if he good enough, he old enough.
It's just like we were coming out when you were coming out of middle school. Everybody knew Buster wasn't finna play no freshman football his goddamn 9th grade year.
No.
Gonna be on varsity.
Well, you knew that too, but that's what I'm saying. Like I think. Let me, because I got here late. So let me say something real quick, fellas. The one thing that y'all forgot about the first round of the playoffs is this, and it's something I said before the playoffs even started. I said it benefits the team that is playing as opposed to the team that gets to buy.
Yeah.
and every team that had the bye lost.
Yep.
When you're playing football, particularly football, you have to keep playing football. You cannot take months off, even though you might be hitting and scrimmaging and stuff like that. It's not the same like playing in the game. But unfortunately, all those teams lost. So that's what I had to say about that. But this pure age stuff, I remember I started playing football at 4. Man, and it was tackle, right? I ain't know nothing about football. I just watched it. I watched my older brother play, my older cousins play. We was in the neighborhood, the Mustangs. All we did was play football. So I watched it, and I grew up in it. And since I was 4 years old, and then we was 5, J-Mac, and we started winning championships. We played on teams that didn't get scored on. We played against older kids. But I remember that we was 4 years old playing with 5 and 6 years old. Then we was 5-year-olds playing with 6 years old. And then when we got on the C team, it was always that difference. I think that level of being able to sit back and not only develop, but compete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest difference in what's going on. And when you look at Little League football, high school is the same thing now. It's the same thing. And me and Courtney talk about this all the time. What I told Courtney when he did that magazine, that was one of the worst things he could have did. And we've had this conversation. And the reason why I say that is because once you start ranking kids, it is a lot like slavery. Part of slavery was ranking individuals within a community. Then you start dividing them. And then you start separating them. And then each group has its own set of rules. And I think once you did that and you start alienating kids and giving parents a false sense of satisfaction. I remember Lamont. We was playing, it was the year of COVID. I was coaching with the Dogs with D-Lo. And Cortez wasn't doing that. And I told Cortez, man, get him out of there. Lamont said, my son was ranked number 1, he was all whatever. And I look back at him and calmly said, man, I don't care. He ain't playing like it. So he need to come over here to the sideline. But over the course of the years that I worked with Cortez ended up becoming the best defensive lineman in that league. But he had to develop. He had to learn. And I think a lot of that stuff with this age per stuff, you're taking out of development, you're taking out of patience. And it's killing football.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean,
is that for instant gratification?
Yeah, everybody wants their ass kissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, listen, man. When I was at Michigan, when I got to Michigan, man, the defensive lineman, their name was Tony Henderson. Tony Henderson was all Big Ten, all this and now. I wanted to play as a freshman. I promise you I did. I wanted to play. I did not play for a while. I probably played in 4 games. In today's time, I'd have got redshirted. But I burnt my whole freshman year because I pouted, wanted to play, wanted to compete. I was in practice, I was balling, but again, I wasn't mature enough, and I didn't realize that till later on. And so what ended up happening was the guy in front of me was all Big Ten. He was coming back, and when he left, the guy came in front of him was an All-American. But by that time, I had caught on. And I knew how to practice. I knew how to use my hands. I understood football. I knew how to play football. I was learning the game of football, right? Not just run, tackle, catch, like the actual game of football. So as I started practicing that way and started learning that way, I ended up outplaying the guy in front of me. Now, he was an All-American, but I took his position. They had to move him to defensive end. The kid coming behind me, Rob Renas, when I left, became an All-American. I was an All-American. But the thing is, man, you have to compete. And I just don't think, Todd, I don't think J-Mac B. Rise, that these kids and these parents are allowing their kids to compete. Failure is quintessential to growth. You have to fail. And you have to let them fail. And you have to let them fail in a way where, A, it either makes them humble or B, it defines them in who their character is. So again, I think when you're looking at high school football, you look at Little League football, it's all parent driven. It's not fun. And here's the other thing. Now that it's becoming a business, y'all better start moving appropriately and allow
I
your
know.
kids to develop. Like that I can tell you.
No, you're right.
Did you freeze up, Willow?
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
But what
Yeah, I'm on pedestal. Thank you, sir.
let me
I
ask you
will
something, Willow.
say this because I'm still in the Little League world.
Yeah.
A lot of majority of the organizations though are going back towards that traditional type play. The pure A stuff, it had its run for a few years, but it's slowly dying out.
All right. I got a question for you, Willow. When you was at Carter, were you the best D tackle as a sophomore? Do you think you was actually the better player? I mean, the best D lineman as a sophomore.
So here's the funny thing about that, D-Rise. Here's the funny thing about that. Marcus Williams was starting on that 88 team that won state. So by the time my sophomore year, it was his senior year. So that's who I was playing behind. Now, I ain't get a lot of burn on the pool. But here's the stat that's the fun fact. The very first game I had, now, I knew I could ball with them. And I knew that because when we would scrimmage JV and stuff, I would dominate them. So I knew I could play with them. I just didn't get an opportunity to play. So whenever I got a chance to play, I just made the most of it. So the first game we played, man, we was playing Colleen Ellison. And shoot, man, by the third play I got in there, I got a sack and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Okay. And I probably only played 7-8 minutes. Okay. So I would get a lot of that scrub time where I would just get that time. But here's a fun fact. My very first game I started as a sophomore was in the playoffs. And we played South Garland. I had a sack, I had fumble, like I was balling. And from that moment on, I was just balling. But yeah, that was so all the way to the state semifinals against that Baltimore team, man. Yeah, that was the first time I started, right? So technically, I only started 5 games myself.
Hey, man. I still ain't bad. It's real good.
Yeah, but but man, listen, man.
Hey, but that Baltimore game was a clinic on y'all there, wasn't it?
God, that was the first time. So you know they ran power the whole night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With Sean Walters, and you know that offensive line. First, let me tell you though. Before that, we playing Huntsville. We playing Huntsville when they had what's my quarterback name?
Joe something.
Clemens.
Yeah, Clemens. Joe Clemens. Billy Joe Clemens. Bob something.
Yeah. So, and they had this big old offensive lineman named Cesar O'Neal that was going to Miami. Okay. Yep. And I remember, man, we was getting ready to play that. We had Charles Harden on one side. He was all-state D tackle. I was on the other side. And I said, man, they finna run at me. And they put me on the side. And Coach Chambers then put me on the side with Cesar O'Neal. And it was 4th and 1. And I was like, man, they finna come at me. Man, just get off the ball. No matter what, just get off the ball. And I said, all right. And this conversation literally happened. I get off the ball. They ran the play. They ran right at me. They got the first down, but they had to pull the chains down. But so that was like the big time because he was like one of the big time offensive linemen. And so for me, I'm gaining confidence. So we go into Austin more. I'm like feeling myself, right? Like I'm like, yo, I'm for the ball out. Sean Walker, they talking about this offensive line bigger than the Cowboys. And I was like, man, okay, you know what? It's on the problem. And they had this 230-pound running back. State semifinal, man. I'm like, I'm living a good life. Like, yo, I'm here. Man, they came off tired, and I got off the ball because I had my quickness. So I'm off the ball. I'm like 2 yards deep in the backfield. Next thing I know, so this kept happening like 3-4 plays in a row. So Coach James pulled me out and said, "What are they doing to you?" I said, "I don't know, Coach."
Hey, you know what they did, Will? They took that conversation you had in that previous game when you said, hey, yeah, just get off the ball.
Yeah.
And then what you do to neutralize the food, you just getting off the ball, you just trap his ass.
You tapped my ass
That's all he
all
did.
night.
And so if your answer kept being, I need to get off the ball faster, you just get trapped faster.
Right. Right. Then I learned the game. It became a little different though, man.
That's wild. Welcome to the show, Pat.
What up, Pat? What up, Pat Bowl?
Hey, man, I guess you're in that youth world too, man. So I'll let you put a little closing on that conversation. Yeah. But how you feel about the age prayer and the traditional? Do you get more development in traditional, or at least more humility? You know, being that you usually have to kind of spend that first year playing against the older kids and kind of learning.
Look, I'm the right person for that conversation because I've dealt with age period traditional over the last 4 years, boy, and the traditional, the age period is hell just from the standpoint that it's hard to get them a schedule. Teams are duck teams that are age period, and I understand because they got a team full of players that are all the same age and mostly ringers, and I think the development is in the traditional because they're gonna take the time to develop, little JoJo or whoever that ain't gonna get no love on the age period. That kid, he might be on the age period paying all the fees and going out of town, but he might not get no run hardly at all. He might just be a special teams player, and he's not getting developed because the goal of the age period is to go win the Nationals in Florida. That's it. It's boom or bust. With the traditional, they are taking the time. They are taking the time to teach these kids and to get them up to speed because they ain't got all the best of the best. They might have 2 or 3 top-notch players, and everybody else is little Johnnies. And that's the ones they got to develop and get those guys ready for Todd and everybody else when they get to high school. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have that, if everything was all age peer, a lot of these kids would be in trouble.
Yeah. Hey, whoever asked about defend the trap, I mean, we'll go in more detail about it because I'll be asking them questions. But base thing I say is, shit, if you're a 3-tech, your man go down, you get inside the trapper. So, the thing is not to run up the field. You see your guy go down, you got to squeeze, and wrong shouldered or trap or whatever technique somebody gonna teach you, crash out on it or whatever. If you're a 1-tech, like Longview, you'll trap a 1-tech sometime. Yeah. That shit hit it even quicker. So you gotta get underneath that puller. If you go around and that puller get on your inside shoulder, that shit over. But the hard part of the trap is, for me, the better way I like, the hardest one to coach is the teams that'll pull the play side guard out and then trap you with the backside guard. That's probably the hardest one to teach them kids how to defend because they're not never used to their key really going outside. But when you go outside, if you try to get hands on, you got to be a real disciplined player to understand how to get back underneath that shit. I only probably had about 2 or 3 defensive linemen that could probably play that shit in my 24 years of coaching, and I can play them out the top of my head.
Yeah, let me ask y'all this, Carr and Todd. Especially Carr in them trenches and stuff, and probably Coach Todd too, because you played on the defense as well. Is it easier to coach these guys considering that they don't have to worry about all the cut blocking they used to go on in the 80s and 90s?
Good question.
They still cut.
They cut. Yeah, they cut immediately. Yeah, the cutting lanes have completely changed.
Yeah. Like I think. Here's what I would say. I think they're cutting a lot more, but I think in this generation, you're getting a lot more high lows. You know what I mean? So you're getting a lot more illegal cut blocks where the kids now, if they engage with the guard and the tackle try to cut them, that's a penalty. You know what I'm saying, nowadays. So I think, a lot of that, man, is just really being able to read your keys. And I think once defensive linemen, and that's why I say, at Michigan is where I learned how to play football. Really, is where I learned how to be a defensive lineman, right? Because the technique and the fundamentals and the keys, all the little things that you learn that helps you play the position. And I think a lot of times, man, people look at defensive linemen and they look at it as more of a non-athletic position. Defensive lineman, skill-wise, talent-wise, technique-wise, is that to the level of a defensive back. They have the same footwork. They have the same hand placements. You know what I mean? So I think once the game is changing from this standpoint, and this is the one thing that I really admire about Coach Todd's defensive line staff is those guys really teach them how to come off the ball, pop their hips, and use their hands. And watching them play, it was very rewarding. You know what I mean? Because you don't see a lot of college guys doing it. I think when you talk about playing the trap and things like that, man, it's all about your keys. And I think the biggest thing on that too, Fury, is with the nose fights the center and close down the backside gap. Because once he does that, it forces the running back. And again, it's knowing the game of football, knowing what line. See, once you get really good, you can manipulate the game just by your positioning of your body, the positioning of your head, and your hands. You can manipulate what a running back does, where you want him to go once you get to that level. But it's dope though, man. I mean, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, I would compare. I would go the opposite comparison to what you said. I would say playing defensive tackle is like playing receiver, and playing offensive line is like playing DB.
Okay, explain.
Because the receivers never go backwards. Defensive line are never taught to never go backwards. Offensive linemen are always pretty much going backwards unless it's run blocking. But in pass pro, you got to be able to do shit similar to what a DB do. So I think.
Well, the reason why I say defensive backs.
I look at it. I said.
Go ahead, is that me?
You say something?
No, I was about to say something, but I was like, "Oh, is that me?" I felt like the internet went down. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I would say defensive line about coming off is the same, similar release moves I would get compared to a receiver. At the end of the day, you trying to work to a spot or a half a man or whatever the defense scheme call you to do. The same way receiver got to get out press coverage, from a DB. So I would compare them two.
All right. The reason why I say DB because yes, from that standpoint, I understand what you're saying on the offensive receiver. It's going straight ahead and defense is going straight ahead. But technically, that's not always true. Yes, our vertical step is the step you want to get in the ground. However, based on what the offensive linemen do, very seldom would I have the ability to go straight ahead. Most of the time, I'm either going to have to step down and go side to side. So that's why I say when you more of a DB, when they're in press coverage, where they shooting their hands, where their foot is stepping, you know what I mean? Because that jam hand and jam foot, power hand, power arm, power step, power leg and power hand goes together. It's all that. It's directing, it's changing direction at the line of scrimmage. If they try to scoop me, you know what I'm saying, being able to slingshot myself through. It's all the stuff that's going like this.
But that's why I think you're a receiver. You're doing all this eventually to get back this way.
Yeah, but once I'm doing all this, very seldom am I going this way because if I got to do all this, the ball is going this or this. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree. I would say this: a receiver, if we're talking about pass rush.
Okay.
DB, if we're talking about playing the run.
Okay.
But the only difference I would say about the DB is if anything a receiver do versus press, if you compare the run, he still got to get across the line. Now, as a defensive tackle, you're not going to go as far across the line as them. But a good defensive lineman can't be on his side of the ball. He got to get a yard deep. So that means
absolutely. You got to change the line of scrimmage. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, I ain't be no fool. Don't be running 5 yards up and shit, probably like Lamar.
Yeah, sometimes we do. Hey, sometimes we do stupid stuff like that. So I please.
Hey, hey, I want to ask y'all. Now the season over with, right? So
Yeah.
the season over with now. What are some of the best D lines y'all seen this year? Now I've asked this question around. I get a lot of sock. A lot of people like the sock D line. I think a lot of people probably like the Duncanville D line to the last game.
I mean, but I take that D line because I think this is the misconception people have. Like if you go out the last game with that,
yeah.
If somebody ran the ball 42 times and had 178 rushing, I think it showed durability. But I think in order to get 178 yards on 42 rushes, got to say something about what you were going against too. Because you don't normally think 42 rushes only going to equate to 178 yards. Because if you say, let's say if it was 21, would you be feeling the same way if it was 21 for what? Well, what's half of that?
80 something.
About 80 yards? About 80
yards,
85.
yeah.
If it was 21 for 80 yards, how would you look at that?
Trash.
Yeah, you would be saying that was good.
Nah.
No, I'm saying, on defense, you'd be like, that wasn't bad. That's sort of 42 for 81.
Oh, yeah.
For 178, I don't really think it was that bad. You can't, the thing in them games, man, you can't give up them big plays. Shit.
But Todd, mind you, but we don't seen North Crowley play in the playoffs. We done been in probably 4 games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is not no understatement right here. Compel, I'm not saying they better but that game is statistically Compel D-line played better than Duncanville D-line. That game.
But
you talking about North Crowley?
Look over.
North Crowley Compel game. I think Compel D-line did better than Duncanville. That game, I'm not saying they're better, but
you got to listen to what the coach said though. If you playing Duncanville, first of all, you coming in there to say, yeah, these big plays is this, that, and other. But we coming in here, if you listen to him, he said they were coming in there with a mindset to show that they wasn't no punks and they were going to run that ball right at them. That no different than why would they open up that big-ass 8-gap split, put that defensive lineman right there, and say, we coming and we coming. So I'm saying the mindset versus Duncanville was probably a different mindset and attack point than it was Compel. Compel probably wasn't, as a coach, you probably didn't respect some phases of their team the same way you probably respected the person that's going to coming out 3 state championship appearances. They probably be big bad bullies. You going to that game with I'm finna bully the bully too, goddamn.
Yeah.
And then he probably didn't start getting the ball more till after that game because even number 23 was toting that rock. When Compel played, I think that was Compel game when he got in the second half and did some good things too, the little sophomore.
Yeah, he did. And the Allen game. He did that in both games.
Yeah, he did. Right.
Yeah.
Willow?
Man, I may be biased, man. Sock.
Oh, yeah.
But take us out the equation. Let go to this. I want to hear some other names.
I mean, that was, like I say, it's the season over with now, so we just keep it real. But when I ask people, that is one of the common one that most people gonna say was sock D line.
No, but
as probably the most overall, the best D line that was out there, right? But if you want to take them out, Todd said take them out.
All right, so we take them out.
Let me go back, Willow. Let me say, Willow. I was just saying that game, but we're talking about the best D line play that we've seen. We're taking sock out of the equation, right? I'm gonna go Duncanville. I'm gonna go Hatch, and as bad as showing they show, I'm gonna go DeSoto as well.
I got my number one is simple.
It's sock. I think sock got the best.
Nah, we take a sock out of it. Okay, mine is very
Duncanville. I'm gonna go Duncanville Hatch.
I'm going North Crowley.
It really why I think you would give them a bump is they don't do a lot of adding to the box.
No, they play with a light box. They play with a light box, and in the state championship game, one of their D linemen got MVP.
The sophomore.
Yeah,
that's true.
There, you know what I'm saying. So when you talk about when you talk about them, you got they outplayed DeSoto. they outplayed Duncanville. You know what I'm saying? So, I think when you look at them as a whole and as a unit, and like Todd say, they're not playing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the box. That box stay about 5 to 6 deep.
Yeah.
No, I watched Langston some. I thought body wise, I thought they had some decent defense. Like they play more of an aggressive style though.
Oh,
Yeah, they were very athletic.
Dude,
I didn't really get a chance to watch Hatchet though.
but I'm gonna tell you a defensive line that I got a chance to watch that I was impressed with. J Mac and B Rise is what the Arlington Bowie D line.
Yeah, they was.
So I ain't seen them.
Yeah, they played.
They scrappy. Yeah, they scrappy.
Yeah.
We see them. They scrappy, real scrappy.
Yeah,
they got some good sized kids over there too.
But I'm gonna say this, Willow. I think with North Crowley, I think I'm against him as well. I think that their offense is so explosive that we don't give credit to their defense. But like I said, but you said they got the best front. Hey, you can't. Hey, that's not a wrong answer. But I just think their offense, it's so explosive. It takes away from the defense.
Well, also, the defense got better as the year went on. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought.
They admitted it, right? They came on last week. They admitted that part. The defense got better as the year went on. The defense just started off just.
But I think they started first. Like I said, you start the year, they're gonna have some good athletes that were game one. Then you go week 2, you're going against DeSoto. I mean, DeSoto always high flying. So my thing is, I don't know who their third game was, but when they got to district, all that shit slowed back down.
Yeah.
So who was really more explosive that they played in the end of they playoff run? They probably was more explosive than the teams they played in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Duncanville is the only one.
But think about it though. But that's what we talked about, right? So when we talking about scheduling, how North Carolina scheduled their schedule to prepare them for postseason was excellent, right? You got a chance to see everything you need to work on with every level of speed and every level of a championship program. So you still talking about a Langston team that was good. You're still talking about a Duncanville team that's took you to the semifinals. You know what I mean? And DeSoto. So I just think they got a chance like Todd does. They played the tough schedule early, prepared them for it, and their strength of schedule prepared them for the playoffs.
Because if you look at it too, their lowest scoring output probably was Lancaster. It's the first game of the year, so it's gonna be some wrinkles in game one. And then the most they probably gave up all year was to DeSoto. And then the game that probably was the closest game they played the entire year was the Duncanville game. So each one of them games somehow, prepared you. You got to realize too is that in their role, they kind of knew where they were going to be at. It was about everybody else if they were going to get to that same point again. So it's a little easier too. Like when we used to be playing, we could be in week 1, but we knew eventually if we were going to advance, it was going to have to go through a Lido. So you can really be watching the Lido all goddamn year because if you're supposed to be who you're supposed to be, you're going to have to get to that point anyway. So it's the same thing. You knew Duncanville was going to be there. North Carolina knew they were going to be there. So even though you ain't looking that far ahead, you still may be prepping certain shit for them moments. It's going to be long down the road before you get there.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also think, I will say that I want to add this in the D-line. And that's just from what I've seen personally. I was impressed with South Lake D-line against Hebron and against Longview.
Especially Longview.
And when you consider, number one, they had a D tackle that's 5'4". He probably was about 5'4", but he was good.
He a dog.
Like being 5'4" don't hurt you at defensive line.
Well, no, because he's squat like 600 pounds, and he a wrestler.
And he got 400, bench 400.
He was taking them cats and putting them in the backfield.
Hey, and not even that. They had they tight end. What a lot of people didn't know, the tight end that's going to the University of Tennessee. He was starting at DN because of injury. He didn't even play offense. So they took the starting tight end that's going to Tennessee to play tight end was playing, D line doing that run in the playoffs, and they did good against Hebron. They gave up a few big ones here and there because Patrick Creighton Jr. was just that good. But against Longview, Willow, you saw that they held up pretty good against Boost.
Yeah, but I think I think, man, that Riley did a hell of a coaching job this year. I'm gonna give him his props on that. Considering all the injuries he's had and still getting there. You know what I mean? The only thing would have been better than that would probably been that time when he took his third string quarterback in one state.
Yeah. I mean, because they literally took kids out JV and was starting in the second.
Yeah. I mean, your running back is number 83.
JV all year.
Yeah.
Just put him in the secondary, dog. Like,
but your running back number 83, so that lets you know how rough it was. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, that was a hell of a job, man. That was a hell of a job.
And that's what I'm saying, because when you look up stats, Boosie, he had 26 for 146.
Yeah. And a lot of that came second half.
And then it come down to, like, some staffs may be better and more equipped to go against that pro-style, traditional type of old-school offenses than some staffs may be. Some staffs, because they don't see it, they probably got no old coaches that don't win against it. So you be out there just doing some shit.
Yeah.
Because you got what Will tell you. If a team run, let's say Longview and DeSoto guy, if a team run power and counter and Vera every damn play, all you got to do is fit right every play. But the whole part is
you got to fit right.
Consistent in your fits every play.
Right.
Like I'm telling you, like a lot of people, y'all be watching, everybody be talking crazy about Longview offense. That shit more difficult to goddamn go against than what a lot of people imagine, because most people just be like, oh, you just load up the box and stop the run. They got some shit that'll come out there backfield, tight ends, and all kinds of different routes and shit you'll see. Like, and that's what hurt us when we played, because we tried to adjust early with a new guy out there, and we had to really go back to what we did in the second half and kind of scrap that shit. And it wasn't nothing wrong with it, but that wasn't what our kids were used to doing it, and we had some hiccups and gave up a lot of big plays. But, like, that offense tougher than what people say. Now, if you done got a real ass D-line, they just some big bodies that can gobble up the run, with a 3-4 with 3 dudes, yeah, that shit easy. But if you got to really try to scheme and see if they arcing this block or they down blocking, is they influencing, is it a trap, is it power, is it veer, is it counter? Shit, that shit tough.
It's the hardest part, Todd, and Willow, is the hardest part to offense like that is, all you got to do is do your assignment and play your gap, but you got to do it over and over and over. And basically, King just waiting for that one time.
Yep.
That you don't do it.
Yeah, that's the part of it. It's the discipline of it, right? Like I remember we played Indiana, man, and they had this dude named Alex Smith. Todd, they ran the ball 40 times for 99 yards. And I would say out of those 40 carries, 30 of them might have been ISO. So they lined up literally, because the year before, I probably had like 14 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, calls, fumbles. Like, I was killing. I got player of the week, balling. That next year, they said, nah, we ain't going to do all that. We're just going to run right at you. And I had to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to take this double team the whole game. We was playing Ohio State. And I turned around our linebacker, J.I., and I go, hey, J.I., listen, man, listen. They doubled me.
From Woodlands, Texas, folks.
Yeah. From Woodlands, yeah. J.I. So I'm telling J.I., I go, look, J.I., look. Hey, man, because I got to tell you this story. I say, look, man, I'm going to take all these double teams, but, man, you better make every play, right? I'm literally telling them that. So I'm going to take them, but you better make every play. So I took every last one up. He got player of the game. And after the game, he thanked the offensive center for getting him ready. And so every time I see him, we got to have a conversation about that. But he ended up getting player of the game. So again, it's are you willing to take on those blocks, or are you willing to stay where you're supposed to be? Because football is a game of attrition. And if you're willing to stay there, it's going to work out. That's why Longview don't change, because they don't believe that you're going to be disciplined enough to be in your gap every play. I'm going to tell you who else thought that. Fort Natchez this year. And to see those kids fit it the way they fit it and be where they're supposed to be, when you watch it, J-Mac, it is truly a thing of beauty, man. It's like art. It's like Picasso. It's like a beautiful thing to sit there and watch it. You know, but then it's the other part of it. One moment that you don't get up under that block and you don't squeeze that center and Boosie break through and all your linebackers take over and it's just hitting that safety.
Yes. and that's what happened. Like even this year, Port Nature Grove game. Like the one play they popped a long run on us, it was like one person didn't get where that one person supposed to be. And that defense got to work as a unit. If everybody don't take care of their job, shit, it's gonna be a big play every play.
That's true.
Yeah.
And if you really go back to you know, you can even watch the Rounder game. You know, he had.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But if you watching the game from an eye of that you don't know, oh, this is supposed to be Black Jesus and all the hype from Little League, you know, like you don't leave that game saying like, oh, he was so much head and shoulders better than XYZ else that were playing in that game. You know, you saw his ability because the boy can run the ball. But I still, you know, there's some things that I thought that we did well, because I think when he had 20-something carries for like 103 yards. And I mean, that you know, that's a solid day of work, but that ain't no spectacular shit.
That's true.
Not when you're nicknamed Jesus.
Yeah, but you know, it's some things that defensively that I thought that we was able to do, that if he get a little older and mature more as a runner, I would probably give deep and we'll switch up some shit on how we would make him have to read some shit.
Todd, a question with that running back, random running back. Me personally, I thought he was the most explosive person on the field from either team.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, kid is explosive. But you said y'all had him in check. What's your overall thoughts about that running back for Randall? I mean, how you feel about him?
I think as he matures and continue to get a little older, I think the sky the limit. The one thing about him, he got an ability to make the first person miss. He doesn't often get tackled by the first person. He's got the speed where if he gets the crease where he can get out of there and you don't have a chance to catch him. Right now he's a big time cutback runner though. You know, anything he want to always cut stuff back. You know, right now as a youngster, that's normally because you got to develop trust for the scheme and trust with your O-line sometimes to stay play side. But I think he's a hell of a football player, man. I hope to go against him again. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so too.
Yeah,
Why not?
But they had a couple of good skill players. Like number 4 was a good skill athlete.
Oh yeah.
The other 6'6" was. You know, we knew going in that they skill guys was the strength of their team. I think the thing that I would say surprised me a little bit, I thought their offensive line and defensive line played better against us than they had shown on film as far as playing.
I couldn't tell, Coach. I mean, I couldn't tell. I mean, you know, it just
they was a little bit bigger. Like even seeing them in person. When I watched them on film, you know, because you can't find no sizes on them or none of that shit. I'm like, man, these guys will be invisible or something. So when you really got out there with them and you was able to look at it, you like, oh shit, this defensive end, he about 6'4". You know what I'm saying? He ain't look like damn, this right side of the line, 70 and 73. You know, that they wasn't as small as I thought. I knew they were the bigger part of the line, but I didn't know they were as big as they were.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So I thought that trench play on both sides exceeded what I thought they would have been able to do going into the game. Now I knew 59 were pretty good, you know. You know, so you know you got to get some doubles on them and stuff like that. But you know, when he got to some single block times, he showed why you know he going to A&M, and you know he might play.
Yeah, that's what I thought defensively, and this is God, this is so crazy. This is crazy to even say this. When I watched their their defensive line, I like number 12. I thought, you know, if you look at the stats, the stats say we beat them up, right?
Yeah.
I think the thing that was kind of cool about them was they made timely plays. You know what I'm saying? They was able to get timely stops. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the course of the game. It was those pockets of moments where they like going into that fourth quarter towards the end of the game. It's like their intensity turned up. You know what I mean? And they kind of played a little different. Offensive line wise, Todd, I think once we made a couple of adjustments, you know, I don't necessarily know if I was impressed with them. What I wish we would have did a lot more is probably go through the puller as opposed to going under the puller.
But what I'm saying was with the O-line is they still were playing hard. Like what I kind of sense was we all been in this road, and this gonna be the difference going forward with North Crowley and them. What they gonna have to experience is that now it may get to a point where your kids really don't really get up for nobody because you the favorite. But when you got that underdog sometime and your coach been telling you, everybody say we gonna lose, we can't win, you know, all this other shit. Stock supposed to be so great. They got all this, that, and the other. And you get your kids to buy in, you know what, fuck that. We just finna play a man to man. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna play. Like a lot of times that's an easier role to be in than the role where everybody's saying you the favorite, everybody say you supposed to win, and you still got to get that same hunger out of your kids like when you was the underdog.
Yeah. I think that's what that's what rolls North Crowley against Duncanville. Now moving forward, they're going to be the 100, but I think being the 100 it takes a different level of a different mentality, right? So once you won your first one, job became the 100, but you showed up in 2 of the 4. I mean, you know, you went to 4 straight and won 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, even for this Coach Gates team, who always finds a way to get motivation out of anything.
Who don't listen but listen. Who don't listen but know. He don't listen but he know.
Right. Right. Hey, I don't listen to the show, but I know everything. I heard everything.
That's my boy.
But I think, you know what I'm saying, but that's a fun position to be in, and that's a different level mentality position to be in. And I think taking the Jordan Bruce type effect is, hey man, find motivation in everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why I'm better than you. It's the reason why you're an underdog. But with a team like Randall, who still, by the way, was undefeated coming into this game, and to be felt as though they was being disrespected, those are the type of teams you got to put away fast. And you can't give up, you know, special team plays against teams like that because, you know, they drop. You know, those kids, they drop. So everything about them, they feeling themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they ready for everything. You know, I'm saying kids talking noise and they got chippy. I'm like, oh.
And that's the whole thing about, you know, when you do cross that threshold, because, you know, and you got to be realistic. Your kids start to think once you do start winning, and you got to commend people that's able to go, whatever, X amount of times, you know, to get to the dance, is that you got to deal with a lot of that. Them kids that hadn't got there before, that's been in the program, they think it's a given. You know what I'm saying? They think you just got to show up and you Sock, you DeSoto, you Duncanville, you North Crowley, you North Shore. Oh shit, that means we gonna win regardless. And that shit ain't true. And so you gotta find something new every year to piss them off. And the whole thing to piss them off this year was P&G the previous year. It was about getting back to P&G. But the thing was, we got the P&G, but it wasn't in the same spot no more.
Right.
You know, right. But you saw how when they had something that they'll piss them off all year, that they've been hearing about constantly, they woke up. You know, and not to say we weren't woke in other games we played, but they was really on one. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes as a coach, you don't know what's on one and what ain't on one. So you got to figure that out narrowly. Like, because the P&G game, to be honest with you, we was very disrespectful in pregame. Just from the moment them kids saw them, when we had to walk and take the field, just to walk the field and stuff.
Right.
Like it was so much built up, so you don't know whether to tell them just shut it all the way up or just shut it up 50%. Or just be like, just do you, let's go, whatever it is, whatever.
No, not that.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying there's some fine lines in being classy and sometimes with being, a little gangster with it too, though. But that's why I really ain't never type. I don't really like the pregame hype shit. I don't like teams that come to the 50 to celebrate. Like that shit always kind of rubbed me wrong. Even when I used to play with DeSoto, used to do that shit, and then come to the 50 instead of doing that shit on your end zone. Go down there and you can jump and dunk the goalpost, do whatever. But a lot of teams start running up to the 50, and that's that. I ain't got time for that shit. So, that's just one of my personal pet peeves. I don't be like no. I mean, you can be with your team in pregame, but do all your hoopla shit down there. That shit ain't intimidating nobody.
Yeah, and I think any team that comes out in the cold weather without their shirt on deserve to lose.
No, I don't see. I don't think so. What I think need to happen was, I think the first thing, that if it was cold, because what we've done in the cold before too is I made it when we played a real cold game. I be like, I never said we going out there without no shirts on. But I said, ain't nobody wearing no sleeves. Ain't nobody wearing shit. We going to endure this goddamn pain in pregame to show mentally we ain't weak. Because we don't want to be the team. Because if you let our team come out, our kids, they'll be out there in goddamn hoodie and shit like this with a jacket on underneath the shit. You know what I'm saying? But you go back to the mindset. Well, I'm going to tell you a prime example. We played a game early this year. It wasn't even cold, but it was just a little cool. Our damn fullback is out there with a damn bomber jacket underneath his damn uniform. So I see that shit just run me hot. I'm talking, we on the sideline. So I go off on his ass at halftime, and then he ended up crying and taking all that shit off. But then we came back to when it really got cold because of that instance right there. I know he didn't have shit on no more. So like it was a mind type thing, man. We don't play with the cold, We gonna buy y'all heaters. If you saw we had heaters every game, we gonna take care of you, make sure you're good. But we can't mentally lose the game because we ain't prepared to be in the fucking cold. We can't be like that. That means we gonna lose the pregame.
Yeah,
but no, let me ask my co-host this. Even last year when Sock coming off that PNG loss. Even coming into this season, y'all, J-Mac and Carl, did it still feel as though Sock still was the defending state champs and that the target was still on Sock back? It had that feel to it, right, J-Mac and
I think it's gonna be like that every year.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I think even going in, I think people are gonna be saying, Sock will be the favorite just because who they got coming back, and they still gonna have the bullseye on their back. Like I don't think that's gonna ever leave. And a lot of it because of who the head coach is.
Yep.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair statement. But what I also think though is, Todd, I think this year it should just be about finishing the job. You know what I'm saying? Screw a team. You know what I mean? It's just about finishing the job. You know what I'm saying? It's because for you. And just kind of like looking at it and watching it, it's like there are going to be games along the way where it's going to mean more to them.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they're not locked in. It just means, beating PNG, whether it's a state championship game or the first round, meant something to them based off their experience, right? Playing Randall again would mean something to them off their experience, right?
Yeah.
But those were never the goals. The goals to win state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think moving forward, just listening to you, it's about finishing. You know what I mean? Because to get there and to be in the game and lose how we've lost, it's like, it's a little, it hurts because it hurts different every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a new hurt. They all hurt, but this hurt a little different because of this. this hurt a little different because of that. You know what I mean? And those things, so just kind of talk to you. So what changes like do you see that you're going to concentrate on, that you're going to just kind of looking at the season as a whole? Because I know you probably don't watch that game about 1,000 times.
Hey, TV copy and the regular copy.
I know, man. I know. You keep punishing yourself if you want to.
No. I've been looking for learning tools, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson somewhere deep down in this sorrow.
We don't see the lesson. We gotta finish.
Like really, my mindset is, I mean, like some stuff you got to be honest about, and what you got to say is, 2 years in a row, we had the ball with a chance to go win the state championship. Not win a game, but state championship, and we didn't get it done. So you gotta. There's two ways you can look at it. You need to win the game early so it don't come down to the last. Or either we got to find a way when it does come down to the last possession, whether it's offense, defense, or whatever, whoever on the field, we got to find a way to get the touchdown or get the stop. And I don't think it's just identifying one thing. The big thing I'm gonna do this year is we're gonna go back and reset the whole foundation for what the program built on. That way we try to cover every aspect and not just say we ain't gonna go into we gonna be the best kickoff team in the world. We gonna kick off and kick off and kick off. And hell, you don't give enough time to the punt team, or you don't focus on the PA block team.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing is just let's establish the foundation of what the program being built on, and let's start there from the beginning, and let's build it all the way back up through this offseason.
I'm gonna say this how you're right, because I'm gonna say this how I think that's really the best approach to take. The reason why, I mean, at the end of the day, you are coming off 2 losses in the state championship game.
Yeah.
So, and in my opinion, 5A Division II is besides, it's probably one of the most exciting divisions in the state of Texas. Like I said, think about it. We got Richmond Random now. They're gonna be there for. They're gonna be in a hunt. Y'all gonna be in a hunt. We got Lovejoy over there. Then Argyle. Then we got Adam. That's getting by. Remember what I'm saying? 5A Division II is it's picking up, and I think by hitting the reset button. We're not reset here, y'all. Yeah, shit, y'all go. 4 state champions, so it ain't too much reset y'all got to do. But y'all in good hand. I just want to see how y'all gonna look at that quarterback position.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. It's some development and some coaching and stuff we're gonna have to do and put them in good situations. But the one thing I can know of is that you always got to lean on them boys up front first. And if you can do that, if you can run the ball, you can develop everything else. So we're not going to a situation where we gotta go out there and throw 1,000 times. Like we can develop it as long as it takes to get it right. We got time. I think our mindset this year is we want to win. We want to win them first 3 games. What I'm saying? That's my mindset.
I think the motto for next year should just be finish. Like just
that's what it was this year.
No, I mean, because like you said, this year the focus was almost so much on P&G, right?
Yeah.
And even though you got your lick back, but it wasn't when you wanted to get your lick back. So I just think maybe next year it's just that, you know what, man, we gonna stay angry until we holding up the trophy.
That's it. We mad at everybody. It's about finishing. Yeah.
And thinking too, but I think we also with the finishing, I think we got to start. I think we got to be in position this year where the first 3 football games got to be competitive, close ass football games, if not victories.
Okay, so let's look at that, right? So in those 3 games, because let's make sure I'm just kind of hearing it and going through your thought pattern. So what you're saying in those first 3 games is once those games become competitive, it will put you in positions that you will see similar in the playoffs. Your ability to finish the plays, stop the team to win the game, to win the game on the last drive, whether it's the scramble and they go out there and kick the field goal to win the game. Being able to be put in those positions to see those things happen and have success in them. So when the playoffs come, we've been here before.
And it shows it'll show preseason growth. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, that's what I'm going to year this year to say that our goal is we going to be 3-0. You know what I'm saying? I think the program at the point now where that need to be accomplished, and we need to be we need to be knocking on that door. You know, barring who we play the first 3 games. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you look at it, a lot of this superstar shit gone now. You know what I'm saying? It's because you look at Duncanville, yeah, they're going to have good players, but they not having no millionaires on the field.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know, going to have some hell of a players. And maybe they going to get some more, like, but they losing a lot. You losing a quarterback, even if the other quarterback good. But that quarterback still was the state champ as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? So it's
that's true.
You know, you got Longview, which is gonna always be Longview. You know, so like we got 3 formidable opponents in the first 3 games that I think we need to show we at the point to knock their ass out, and not just be considered. Oh, we suck. Oh, when they get to their division, they gonna be hell. Nah. Well,
you want to be top football regardless of classification.
Yeah. You want to be the face of Texas football.
Yeah, because if you're able to seize those moments, you in a district as a nationally ranked team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you got to realize, like, we played North Shore, they were number 6 when we played them in the country. Duncanville was number 3, you know, whatever they were. If you put yourself in position to win them games, you're able to transcend and take the next step for the program. And then maybe this realignment, we just tell Dallas, fucking put us a 6A with Skyline. And we go play the big boys. Or maybe we go 5A Division 1. I don't know.
And beat them.
Say 5A Division 1. You gonna have to beat over.
Yeah, you got to beat the Soto.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying however it may be, because you know what it's gonna say. The most, if we do continue to win, that success we winning. Oh, if they don't play nobody, they just little 5A Division 2 football. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that could be a thing. We have to win this title next year and go to 5 state championships in a row and win 3 out of 5, you know, however it was. Lost 2 of them, you know, close games.
Yeah.
So maybe we consider jumping up. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question, Todd. Do you think the gap, you know, we know Sox right here, is that gap kind of close? Is that gap kind of closing, you know, for us, in your opinion, you know, with teams trying to catch y'all in DFW in Region 2? I'm going to just say Region 2.
In Region 2, no, I think if it is a gap, the gap is whatever people make the gap to be. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, what a lot of people don't realize, B-Rob, is no matter who we play in the playoffs, they're not going to be better than the teams we play in the preseason. Like, so it's nothing new we're going to see. So in order to beat us, I think you're going to have to get us to foul off in certain areas. Like, we're going to have to give up 2 kickoff returns. We're going to have to watch that punt. We're going to have to do shit to beat Sock. Sock going to have to beat Sock more so than somebody else beating Sock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because them teams, you got to realize, they only going to get to feel the type of heat we going to bring once a year. And when they do feel it, it's going to be with all the marbles on the line. Well, we going to be able to relate it back to something that we was able to feel when it wasn't all the marbles on the line. We was able to learn from it. But it's hard to take that learn in a loss in the playoffs because here your whole year start back off. You may graduate everybody. You don't know what may happen. But, you know, that the physicalness that we playing with is what was formulated by the physicalness that we played against the first 3 teams we played against. And if you look at them 3 teams, all them 3 teams made it to round 5.
True.
So who much more better could you pick to play, you know, than we could have picked to play going into this year? You know, you might say maybe what? You know, you can say South Lake if they made it, maybe North Crowley, you know, but it's a very select few teams that you can say.
That's true.
When people come out lining up and just playing football, nobody gonna have better receiver than the Corrigan. Nobody gonna have better quarterback than Russell. Nobody gonna have a better I formation package in traditional football in Longview. Nobody was gonna play man to man. Everybody in the box like North Shore. So everything we saw was like a compilation of the best that State Texas had to offer. Now it's about us competing in them games now. Because now if we can get to the point where we knocking out them three, it's gonna be hell to pay then. Then it's just about staying injury free and motivated.
Well, people gonna be calling for the North Crowley game at realignment.
Oh yeah, you already know that.
That may be something we look at. Shit, I mean, cause we Dallas. Cause we are Dallas. Like I'm talking about.
That's a real 214-817.
It is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like shit. I got like we played them on freshman last year. I think they beat our freshman last year because the little Simon running back was on freshman. Yeah. I mean that ain't like shit. I mean I like to play people that I know I gotta get my shit ready to go play. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into no game, no preseason world. You just like shit. We just going out there, get this shit over with, and get on home.
I like that'll be a good game. North Crowley. I think Gates trying to run up on you, coach.
Huh?
I think Gates trying to run up on you.
I ain't never say like a loss.
I think Gates gonna try to run up on you.
I mean, he can't run up no more than shit. If you play against DeSoto shit, don't nobody run up on DeSoto.
You ain't lying.
No, you're right.
I don't even think Cloud will take it easy on their family members. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, it's our job. Like, we not no program of the blind. If somebody run up the score on us, that means they were coaching and players weren't working shit that day. It ain't the other coach job to take it easy.
Hey.
So, I ain't shit. It is what it is in that regard, man. We just got play good football whoever we play.
I think especially if both of y'all, I don't know, Zach. I think North Crowley gonna be good next year. We'll see.
Me too.
We'll see how
you gotta realize, like he's 1-on-1 out there way.
Yeah, and right now he I mean, hey, you gotta give him credit, man. When he came on with us, when he got the job, like he kind of, I don't know if he just put it in the universe and for it to manifest itself, but he said it. He said when he got there, he said, that North Crowley was gonna be the face of 817. Like, when you thought 817, you was gonna think of North Crowley. He said that when he first got the job. So
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If you think in that area, just think of Fort Worth in general. And I'm just speaking from a black coach perspective. Like before that, like who was the prominent? Like I can't think of no prominent black coach from the Fort Worth area except you say Robert Hughes.
It's Chris, the older Chris.
Yeah, they 817.
But I'm talking about they never had. I don't know the history, but I don't know if they had that type of success. I'm talking about the success where.
Yeah, I think they was kind of like Kimber coach, like Jones at Kimber.
Like who was the samples over there?
Yeah,
like,
now they didn't have a sample. I think. Yeah, I think Chris, because Chris is. I mean, you go anywhere across Arlington over there. It's all about the Chris's, but. I think it's a great name. It's a name that holds power over there, but I think it's not in the sense of a samples. It's more in the sense of a kind of like the Kimber coach was. He was very respected.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody that was for the people, from the city.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
they was the people.
Like what I'm trying to say is that imagine, and this is the good thing about over there right now because he 1-on-1. Shit. But imagine if it was 1-on-1 on this side of town.
I don't think he can hold it. Hell, I don't think a college can hold it. I don't think a college can hold it.
So,
if it was 1-on-1 on the South.
He in a great situation, you know what I'm saying, over there. So, like now he giving hope to now people got a viable person. If they want somebody that look like they son, the culture, they ain't got to look for
him. Yeah.
Right.
Before, I don't know where you had to look to. You know what I'm saying? He proven he's been consistent every year. It took a step each year. Got to the championship year 3. I mean, shit, it is what it is. Over here, it's a Game of Thrones type shit.
Yeah, no, it's crazy over here, and I still don't think we're gonna ever see something like that. And I'm wondering though, now, Todd, is it finally evening out over here?
Yeah, yeah.
It
Good
all
question,
go by classes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the thing be about it's about when you get a certain group of kids that got that type of culture and winning. Like a lot of our success as soccer started was mainly from a group of kids that was all comic kids, really. They used to be playing when you talk about Bubba, Randy, you know, all them kids, Nehemiah, you know what I'm talking about? Like when you talk about the kid, like the Soto shit, a lot of that was traced back to the dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them kids have been established to winning. Duncanville, you know, kind of has been the case where I don't know where they all come from, you know, where they from, whatever, but they just has some elite talent that you say, hey, should be playing one day on Sundays more than likely.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't lie. A lot of their talent come up. They there when they first get there, which is you know I guess that's what high school is about. The freshman classes, which bring me to this though, Todd, because a lot of talk was about the 2025 class. If you remember, a couple years ago, everybody was talking about the 2025 class and which class was so who was gonna have that great 2025 class. And I remember saying even back then that it's too early to tell because I thought Duncanville had a better 2025 class even back then.
I think they may have had some better individuals, but going back then, Keelan Russell wasn't Keelan Russell 4 years ago.
No, but see, I saw him play as a freshman. And I thought he was pretty good. I was like, he's gonna be okay. Now I didn't know he was gonna be all world, but I thought he would be a pretty good starter by the time he was senior. Because I saw him play
that's what I'm talking about. But I'm saying, so from the point you saw him as a freshman until his sophomore, he led a team to state champ. You weren't thinking as a freshman, oh, he's gonna be done with state the next year.
No. So now even though, and I will say this, even though as a freshman, Steven Jackson told me because he was the OC.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Jack always
he told me then that he was going to be that he was the best. He said he was the best quarterback over there then as a freshman.
Jack. He did
say that. He did say that.
So, we knew he was going to be good.
I thought they had a better collection though. Like when you talking about coming up,
right.
The overall team. I think the thing that happened with their class was the piece that they was missing was always 1 year older than the piece that needed to be with that class.
Yeah.
And that was the DJ kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like if DJ would have been in their class, then they probably never lose. But they still needed that one figure piece to solidify the collection around it. You know what I'm saying? But he was always 1 year older.
But who would have thought back then with all that talking was going on that the best 2025 class probably was Noah Crowder? You look at that senior class, that probably was better.
Yeah, they flew under the radar, man. They flew under the radar. Yeah. They're North Carolina 2025 class.
Well, I think the 2025 class was about the whole Metroplex as a whole, and I think it proved itself out. That was a pretty good class.
It was.
Yeah, because I mean, if you still go by headliners, it's still Duncanville with DeCord and Keelan Russell. You know, so the headliner factor, they're going to win that.
But Tom, you think about it, the headliners when everybody was talking about it was going to be Tiger and Singleton.
Tiger and who?
And Singleton.
No. I think when they coming out the 8th grade, it to me it was DeCorian. I didn't know too much about Russell then, but I would say DeCorian and Tiger. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, those were the two names.
Well, those were the two big names. I'm talking about at the same school. Like it was like that 2025 class for DeSoto. They had Singleton, they had Tiger, they had Marshall.
But I think that was one of the bigger names too at a younger age, but he didn't grow.
Yeah, Marshall.
And then mature because the running back, that's what everybody was scared of, also when they were him and Tiger in the backfield.
Yeah.
Right. But that just shows you like you can be a hell of a football player, but your body don't continue to grow and you shrink, as far as stature. Now you get to play, you're a good football player, but you're not in a position that's going to be highly recruited because of your size.
Yeah. Well, he ended up going to North Oklahoma, something like that?
I think that's where he committed to,
Yeah. That ain't bad. Considering, because I don't know, man. I always thought he should have still played running back, but I guess sometimes your body just do what it want to do, or the lack of discipline to get your body.
But that's what I'm saying though. He was never needed in the backfield. I'm saying in high school. Because you got to realize the other unknown back that was at the Soda the year before, I don't even know where he at right now. He ran for 1,500 when Tiger was hurt. And then Tiger came back and ran 1,000 or something in the fucking playoff.
I think he went to McBurn.
Well, here's the other one that y'all didn't think about. What about Trey Wiseman? He's in that backfield too.
That's true.
And he playing slot.
So I mean,
that's 2 years before.
Oh yeah,
and Trey wasn't from the Metroplex, so he don't count in that class.
Man, bullshit.
He got a ring.
Hey, you got it right. Hey, shout out Trey Wiseman. Go and get that ring for Texas.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When you start talking about back.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting, man. I was like, because I remember all them conversations we had back then about that and how, you know, a lot of people thought it was going to be that class, but I always thought that the DeSoto 24 class was better.
But it really was that class.
I think so too, Jay.
That class helped them as sophomores.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then as juniors, they won. They just didn't pull out their senior year. Duncanville class. If you count the quarter, they went to state out in the 3 years in a row and then didn't make it the last year. So, you know, I'm saying both of the classes exceeded expectations because they both of the classes still got two state championships out of it.
Right. That's the thing. They still both 2-time state champions.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So even, you know, like it ain't like they just left.
That's true.
What's
You know,
the next
you
class?
don't know.
Is it 27? Because I keep hearing about 27.
Who was
27 around the area is pretty deep.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing what people don't realize is that a class is good, but a class is only good as the holes you fill with the next class. You know
It's always a 2-class deal.
Yeah.
And it's really a 3 because you got to find them babies that you could groom along the way where they still get significant playing time. You don't stunt their development. You know, so it's at the end of the day, man, I think, but that's where people get impatient because they don't even give you a chance to develop their kids no more. But again, this is the other part of it too is, let's be honest, you have now in today's football a lot more freshmen playing varsity. So there are a lot more guys coming in ready to play at a higher level because of the amount of football that they're playing.
I agree with that.
You know, so it's a lot. And then when you throw in training and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just going to say that might be a more of a problem.
Taking promises too.
Yeah, I think that's a bigger problem. Because
I think, but even if that, your talent has to be good enough to even warrant that conversation.
That's true.
But what I'm saying is this though, it's a lot of freshmen. I'm saying it's always, to me, it don't matter what year, what decade, it's always been a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot, it's always been a selected few freshmen that technically could have played up.
Oh, yes.
But they didn't. But what I'm saying now is it's more of a politic because everybody want to start their recruiting shit faster. Everybody want to be recruited with scholarship hours in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? But it's only a select few that are really capable of that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you start talking about most of the time, if a kid a freshman, that just means if he don't really on V and he got to start, then that more than likely mean, because we ain't talking about no random mouses and shit. We ain't seen none of that shit. No random mouse and no shit like that. No. That just means it was a hurting at that position for 3 years prior to them, and they ain't just got shit.
Yeah. What about DeLon Washington?
DeLon Washington, what was his role as a freshman?
Shit, I remember he came in and Pop 1 and went 60 on us on his first carry as a freshman on varsity.
Yeah, but Kim, Kimba also was kind of I ain't gonna say they were talent deficient, but they.
But his freshman year, Will, what was the score?
I don't know. We blew them out, but that's not.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying they were still trying to compete at that particular time to get to a point where they could say we can compete and beat Carter. That shit wasn't no game his freshman year.
No.
Right.
He was going against Alabama. Man, get the hell out of here, Will.
Well, no, that was they beat us. They beat us his sophomore year, though, Todd.
I thought they won 94. I thought they beat his junior year.
They beat us 2 years in a row.
I thought that was his junior and senior year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so that means his freshman, sophomore year, like he didn't beat.
Yeah, his freshman year was my sophomore year. So that like that was Waltine 93.
He came out 94, Will.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. My sophomore year was his freshman year. That was the year we went to the state semifinals.
And I'm saying if he played in that game, it was just because they were just doing some shit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, but when he stepped on, when he stepped on, the man showed out, and he didn't look back.
I said DeLon was a special talent. I'm not disputing that part. What I'm saying is that when he played as a freshman, they didn't have to play him up to be the same Kimber team they was gonna be, because y'all blew the fuck out their ass.
Right, but that was. But in today's football, it wouldn't be the same conversation.
I mean, with DeLon it would, because then the older people probably would have transferred.
Yeah. Yeah, for DeLon it would have been. Yeah.
I mean, because they wasn't gonna lose 3 years for 1 or 2. I mean, but the same way, John Henry Brown popped a 90-something yard run on y'all last.
Who was that?
The backup running back for Kimber that went to Hawaii, he popped like a 90-yard run on something on y'all last too.
Who, John Brown?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, Ty, we were so freaking sorry my senior year.
But y'all wasn't sorry what y'all were trying to do. Y'all were trying to mend the holes because y'all had to start a goddamn sophomore secondary.
Well, no, not only that, our offense tough. So until we changed Scotty Thompson out for Eric Moore, once Eric Moore came in, we started playing better on offense. We lost to Dunbar 6-0.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like we was losing the teams because we just couldn't score.
But that's what I'm saying. Eric Moore should have been the starting quarterback.
I agree.
Like that, it wasn't even no debate.
No, it was not no debate. I agree with you.
That ain't no debate. You know, I mean, Scotty Thompson or whoever, you know, more power to him. But like Eric Moore was already known. So what that must have been the senior politics involved in the program.
Trying to get the boy scholarship.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that happens from time to time too, but you don't do it and hurt the team. You don't
that hurt the team. Yeah.
You know, not 6-0.
6-0, Todd.
Hell no.
Todd,
to a basketball school.
Todd, you know who took the blame for that? One of the coaches said, they called me and Moose and said, yeah, y'all 2 All-Americans, y'all just Americans. And they put it on us like we lost the game. And I'm sitting there like, we lost 6-0.
Who was it?
I did your part.
Because y'all would have been good. Y'all Chambers should have went to OC like he did the next year. And if y'all did that year, because you still had, like y'all had that mean that year, because that's your senior, that mean y'all had the best fucking tight end in the country. I don't even know what was Patterson doing as a junior.
He was a junior, but he wasn't really doing it like that until his senior year till Coach Chambers took over.
But that's what I'm saying. It was a total mismanagement of talent in that regard. I'm talking about like y'all had, like all them cats that was explosive the next year was done that year.
Yeah, if they'd did what they did that year, the year following, my senior year, we would have had a chance of going back state because we was good enough on defense with me and Moose to control a lot of games, and we had a very young but very good D Hill and Goldsmith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you still got, I think Prentice, the other corner, still went to USC. So we still had some, you know, just we could have been good enough on defense with that offense. That offense.
If y'all would have ran the offense y'all ran the next year that year, y'all would have been in a much different situation because it was all the talent was still there. Andre Richardson was there. Kendrick Walter was still there. Andre Patterson was there. Ronnie Burns was still there. I mean, shit.
You sing it to the choir, Todd. I know how cold they was. They was cold.
Yeah.
I know how they cold.
They was cold. They was cold. They missed it. And I was mad at them because they lost J-Mac alma mater. They lost to DeSoto in the first round. Second round.
But they got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
I was at that game too. I was at Joe game when y'all lost. I was at the next game the next year. Like DeSoto just whooped that ass.
Yeah,
they was ordained. They was ordained to win that one. That game, I think Byron Hanspard. That's what I really believe that he was on the Lord's side. Because that was like the first year he stayed healthy all year, and he was just almost just damn.
Man, you want to tell you what happened that game, man? First of all, it was a rivalry because all them kids grew up together.
Yeah, half of them went to Atwell.
Yeah, so first of all, you got
on that J-Mac bus.
The next thing was
Eric was hurt too.
The Ed Mohammed broke, and Andre Richardson broke their first run of the game and then pulled his hamstring.
Yep.
Yeah, I about to say he was hurt too, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, and then y'all went up top because I think they went up 14-0 because they threw the ball to Kendrick Walter on the matchup with the little short DB from DeSoto and had went up. Then DeSoto came back and just started grinding, pounding with their fullback, Orlando Turner, I think something like that.
No, McMurray. That was David. David McMurray.
Okay, and then the linebacker must have been the dude that had went to Roosevelt before.
Yeah.
Todd Turner.
Turner. Yeah, Turner. I know you're talking about Todd Turner.
What I'm saying, they just pounded. But the thing with Carter defense was, Will, they lost y'all. Now, name the replacements that they replaced the D tackle after y'all had left.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that shit don't match. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then who was the linebacker? The linebacker played fucking quarterback in the fucking league. Cedric Stevenson.
No. Who was it?
Cedric Stevenson.
Oh yeah.
He was the linebacker. So when I said call the defense, it was fast, but it didn't have no grit in the middle of that motherfucker shit. The Soto just pound that shit out like pound time.
Yeah, they did. They went to work.
Yeah, then McMurray Hansball was running that thing.
Yeah, nah. He went to
And they ran that I formation.
Yeah, I heard about that game, man. I heard it got ugly for them boys. That's okay, though.
But to me, the best player on the field still was Andre Patterson.
So he's the only person I said that could have went straight to the NFL out of high school.
He was a different cat, man. You just didn't see that. Even nowadays, you don't see nobody like that. That was that big and that athletic.
Hey, man, Andre Patterson, he pound for pound out of all the high school players I've seen. He the coldest that I've vouched for his position. I say ain't nobody better than him in high school. Only that who you at.
Yeah. For a tight end, that's crazy.
And to put it in perspective, the person that was ranked behind him in the country was Gonzalez.
Was who?
Gonzalez.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Man, Andre Patterson, man, was like, God damn.
No, I remember, man. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know Andre was a good football player growing up. Like I remember seeing him. I didn't know David Hill gonna be that good growing up.
But Big Pat played running back in high school. I mean, in Little League.
He played running back that way.
Yep.
I did not know.
And you know he's a sprinter. His daddy was a sprinter.
Yeah, his daddy gonna always talk about Jackson State.
Yeah, he loved him from Jackson State, boy. R.I.P. Coach Pat. Boy, he loved him from Jackson State. He loved him. That's all he talked about. But hey, look, but that's all them old heads talked about. They love their HBCUs, man. The show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it meant something back then. HBCUs was way more pride than it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember my
for real.
coach from
That got
Roosevelt
real though,
took
bro.
us. Remember my coach from Roosevelt, Coach West. I think he ended up at Kimball, but he took us to go watch Willie Totten and Jerry Rice beat the hell out of Prairie View at the Cotton Bowl one time. I got to see Willie Totten them and in their prime and Jerry Rice. They ate that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ate every day they played together.
Boy,
Right.
for real.
Yeah, nah. Hey, dude, Coach Newsom in Michigan told me to tell you what's up.
Oh, my boy Grant. Tell my boy Grant I said what up.
Yeah, he said you was working with the defensive line when he was an incoming freshman.
Yeah. Them were my guys, man. That was, that whole group right there got drafted, Todd. So when I first, so that was like the second year I was working with him. When Grant came in with Harbaugh. And man, Grant was a ball as a freshman. Like a big old lineman that came in that was a dog. He was a dog. And then he got hurt. But he'd been a Sunday player too, though. He was really
they offered Big Brian.
Did they? Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. Nah, man. Yeah, Jeff Brian doing his thing, man. He blowing up, man.
Yeah, he is.
He really taking the next step, and that's the thing that I like about the progression of what Zach and them doing over there, what y'all doing over there, to see inner city offensive linemen. You know what I mean? Like J Mac, just in retrospect. We had Jay Cox. Remember Jay Cox, Todd, that got drafted? O-lineman that came out of Carter. K-State. Yeah. So to see, those type guys like Richmond Webb, Big Love, like there, to see offensive linemen coming out of our district, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they come out of our district and ball, man. That's awesome, man. And I love the fact that y'all keep doing that, man. That we consistently see offensive linemen going. Because now, you're starting to get these, you realize you don't have to go to the suburbs to play O-line. Like, you can really do it in the city and get everything you ask for.
And shout out to your sophomore offensive lineman too. I was like, good Lord, I didn't know the kid was a sophomore, big as hell, very agile.
Big Brian. Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yes, sir. And hey, Coach Carr, shout out to Richmond Webb and stuff. I played with his brother James Webb at Roosevelt.
Yeah, Richmond, man, the original OG. Like, man, how many? They had two come out of there, Richmond Webb and Wells. Who's the other O-lineman that come out of Roosevelt?
It was another one. I can't remember his name right now. Oh man. And he might have played with Jeff Jacobs too, because Jeff Jacobs played at Michigan State and at SMU. You remember old Jeff Jacobs?
No, I don't remember him.
Okay, yeah. That was a decade before your time. My bad. But yeah, he played at Michigan State. He played with Richmond Webb and the other one. I cannot remember the other cat that the lineman that went out. But I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, man. So to see that, man, that's kind of dope. So Todd, man, y'all started off season. Y'all start off season tomorrow or Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, we got a first staff meeting tomorrow, so it'll be everybody's first time looking at each other's eyes since that debacle.
Hey, so how long is the Woomy session gonna last?
See.
hey, Coach Carr, you know what that meeting gonna be like? You know what that meeting gonna be like? It's gonna be like Nino Brown when he was in that board of directors meeting.
He gonna wipe
his dog. Hey, I don't know. He gonna wipe the blood off of the knife on somebody. I don't know who it is.
Hey, Will. Like you going there with all these notes and all kinds of shit. You done wrote down on papers and everything. You done got notes and shit.
He go on there, yeah, we got some changes we got to make.
but I'm telling you what the best part be, though, when you do, because you got to realize we've been privileged to make it all the way through the whole first semester playing football for the last 4 years. it gives you a lot more time to reflect because you got these 2 weeks to reflect and really go back over everything when you just ain't all sensitive about losing at that moment, like when you lose in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get to really sit back and watch and reflect and make calculated thoughts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You ought to go in there tomorrow time, not only with your list and put stuff on the board.
Yeah.
Go in there and fuck with my group.
I know, yeah. Right. Yeah. Hey, one thing I'm gonna say, we always trying to get better.
Yeah.
Right. If we got 20 coaches, if you 19 or 20, your ass might be.
You're gonna be like Parcells. You gonna be turning the bottom of the roster, huh? You got
Right.
Hey, I need motherfucking assets, not liabilities.
Right.
Nah, for real.
Hey, Coach, what did you contribute last year? Packing stuff, man.
How you think your season went?
Nah, for real.
What did you contribute? I can't remember.
That's tough.
Hey man, hey, turn the page, hey, shit, something, check it out.
Hey, Todd, every time they talk, you got to write note. What you writing?
Dang.
Yeah, man. All right.
Well, I guess we'll know. We'll be checking the wires. See.
It's tomorrow, Black Monday.
Right.
Black Butterfly School.
Hey, it's old. Yeah, it's gonna be productive though.
Hey, it'll be.
Sometimes you gotta just be honest, man. On some shit, you just gotta be upfront and honest about it, man. Like, hey, man, it is what it is. Right.
You know what though? They'll have a soft landing. It's like when the Cowboys lose receivers and free agents that was they number 5, they become stars somewhere else. They'll find their way on a major high school team somewhere because they was at SOC.
Yeah, you know how it be, man. Everybody, you know,
they gonna love on them and stuff. Oh yeah, we gotta. They gonna promote them to offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator when they come to the next school.
Yeah, you gonna have the kids. You know, kids. You gotta deal with them, deal with recruiting.
Right.
Shit.
Right. Well, let me ask you this: what's the part of your job you don't like the most?
I would say it don't happen often, but I would say dealing with people that don't have a clue, whether that's parents, whether that's just critics, whether that's anybody like that. People that just don't really have a clue on how shit work. Got false perceptions of they kid, or maybe an uncle that think like this, that, and other. Like we're not gonna try to play the best players on the team. Like every blue moon you horn somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or this, that, and the other.
I can definitely see that.
That probably is, but most of my job, I don't really, don't really bother me because shit. Paperwork probably that's another thing. I hate doing paperwork.
But you ain't lying. I be telling my brother, I call him legal for everything we do. I say, hey, bro, some paperwork. Look at it. But I feel you on that.
Dealing with PAPS and all that shit. Just dealing with that. I don't like dealing with, but I ain't gonna ask nobody else to do it. But nah, it's gonna be all, man. Shit. Goddamn Will Carter.
Hey, Todd, listen, man. At the end of the day, man, again, I'm grateful for the opportunity, man, to watch you work. and work with Todd and your whole staff, man. They're some great guys, man. You lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think,
without doubt.
I think the Mecca, man, should be more so for coaches too, man. It's a great place to go learn, grind, grow. You know what I mean? You know, just even talking to Wilbur, you know, Coach Bryce, you know what I'm saying? How his role as an analyst, he embraced that. He loved it. You know what I'm saying? He embraced it.
And
You know
Coach
what I'm
Bryce always has some energy every damn way. He gonna have his phone out. He be recording like bug, boy.
Yeah, you know, and he know it all, man. You know, he embraced it and learned it, and you know, it's you know, to see his smile on his face and the way he goes about his business. You know, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, and the fact that guys want to stay there, and I can see why. You know, it's obvious. So,
The thing I really wish, because I got a great staff though. I can't lie about that. It just I wish the city. I'm talking about the inner city. I ain't talking about like what everybody said in Dallas. I'm talking about the people that stay inside the freeways. I just wish they would truly embrace working together and not be prideful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, but because it's like let's say if Bam, let's say Bam done going to run next year. You can say any school, Sigley anywhere, they going to run. And let's say we out of it, you know, shit don't happen. Like you can use us as a resource. I ain't talking about to coach kids to know shit like that, but as far as film breaking down, because we all work for the same employee at the end of the day, you know, DSD. You know,
yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. And that's the thing that you know, that's the thing that I was happy about was, you know, how my principal allowed me to you know, help you guys, you know, and totally embrace that personal development, that staff development that I got an opportunity to experience. And, you know, just coming back and talking to her about a lot of things that you guys are doing over there, and the fact that she is open and wants to see the program grow and see the program gets better, and she's open to adopting some of the things that you guys doing scheduling wise. You know, so for me, you know, if anything, having your coaches from the district, and I think, man, you know, it should be a lot of coaches that would jump at the opportunity to experience that. You know what I mean?
Because
I'm with no, don't be coming over there just sit there and be quiet.
Yeah, nah, but that's what I be saying. Like a lot of people don't realize how much that some more insight, some more eyes, maybe somebody notice on film. You know what I'm saying? And if you look like you know because you was around, like Medi's right up there in the prep bar too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like any coach that coach with me, I always welcome to shit. Your season over with, shit. I mean, you know the system. You know what it takes. Yeah, we ain't profit. Medals and rings on everybody to help this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna ask you this. Do you think that the coaches sometimes more so than pride may just feel like they infringing and don't want to kind of, you know, bother y'all or get in the way or something like that?
Maybe if you're dealing with somebody grumpy, but not with me. You know what I'm saying? Because how I look at it is if anybody coming to help me out, you know, or help us out, like who am I to turn down help if they doing it for the right reason and ain't coming in to try to steal no show or you know, but just genuinely coming in to help and grow the program because it's like, hey, y'all in the playoffs, it's the 5th round, 4th round, 3rd round, whatever. We done. I ain't doing shit there. Shit, let me come over there. Anything I can help because I know what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But look, let me ask you this. So some cat coming there off a 2-18, he can't come in there and help. He can.
Yeah, he can.
He can. He pass out some snacks.
Willow did it.
Well, Willow's a different breed, though. This is an all-American.
I'm saying mainly if he got an affiliation to us, or he don't work that pride before, or he cool with one of the coaches, Yeah, like shit. We ain't tripping. Shit, here go her access. Shit, look how all that
Yeah,
film you want.
if you know what you're talking about, you know what I'm saying. Like you
Right,
can't come in there with some shit that everybody else know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when so we had meetings on Sunday, and I just tired. What you want me to do? What you want me to watch? Whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just do whatever he asks you to do. And say, hey, this is what I saw. This is what I saw. If you see something in the game, it could just be something real simple that'll help. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I love was Ward didn't treat me like and Todd and Spence, they didn't treat me like somebody that just was there. Like I got an opportunity to make in-game adjustments and speak on it. You know what I'm saying? And they were good adjustments and they worked on it. You know what I'm saying? But I also got a chance to go to practice. You know what I mean? I got a chance to watch film. You know what I mean? So the opportunity and experience, and you got to think about it like this: 16 weeks is a long season.
Right.
It is an extremely long season. So, when we lost the first round that next week, I was at practice, and I think that was Thanksgiving. And so I had to go to Bayou Classic, but I was at practice and watched film all the way up through, right? And then after that, we was just rolling, and to have the opportunity, from my head coach, and I told him what I was doing, for him to be on board with it. You know what I'm saying? For him to be happy about it. Because you learn so much throughout the course of that playoff run as a coach.
Right.
You know what I mean? You see the way practice is being ran. You see the things that are being covered in practice. You seeing how to practice. You seeing the tempo that you practice with. You know what I mean? It's the things of how do you handle Thanksgiving Day. I got a chance to see that. You see what I'm saying? I got a chance to watch that, how Thanksgiving week go. How Thanksgiving practice go. You know what I'm saying? How do you practice and don't get your kids hurt, but still, learn and teach? All those things happen during the course of those weeks. So I think that's something that a lot of coaches should do. If you're in a district like DISD, you got multiple schools. I think you should allow your other coaches to learn from the coaches that are doing things the right way. And I think it'll make your district stronger.
Yeah, because it's just like with Bam them. If Bam them going to run and we out, shit, I ain't got no problem. I'll be Kimball's goddamn quality control analyst or something. You know what I'm saying? He may just be like, shit, Ty, why don't you just break down pad protection? Anytime they pass, let's get the line scheme. And shit, that's all I'm going to watch. And I'll be like, hey, when they do this, if you may want to hit them, if you got something like this within your system, this may be what we would do. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, because like some stuff, like Will come to me with certain stuff, and I know what he's saying, and I'm seeing some of it in the bowl game, but I know our kids wasn't ready to really execute penetrating up the field to make that back cut back quick. They would have been still engaged on the man, and I understand what he was trying to say to go set that shit and make it where he can't get across you, on certain stuff. So that's certain stuff this year that we gonna go into to try to expand on and be better to add our repertoire. Just like it may have been some shit weird, it may have kind of us and saw, oh, they doing this. Oh shit, this may be something he want to add in repertoire. So it just becomes a meeting of minds. And then, but it's all for everybody growth. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know all the answers. Just don't nobody know all the answers.
No.
But what we
and I appreciate.
No,
I was gonna say I appreciate that because I think a lot of people, and that's why I asked that question. Cause I think a lot of people do feel like some certain people are unapproachable. Oh, I don't want to infringe and get in the way. But when you have an open door policy, that's a good thing like that. I try to tell my son, who's a coach, to when their season's over, come hang out at some of these schools and stuff like that. I'll get you over there, be acting like he don't want to get in the way and all that type of stuff. But I think that's a great thing that you guys do, and especially like you said in a district like DISD where you got 18 schools or something or more.
21.
21, yeah.
And then that's how you may don't leave soccer game, no football knowledge. You may say like, oh, that's how they deal with him all week in practice and get ready for the game. It may be something you learn like that. Like, okay, I see they don't even pay no mind. This kid just kind of go off on a tangent, and then they'll let him come back when it's time. Like you might see how we interact with kids and stuff like that.
I like it, man, because like it's they did something that how they play a particular block and how they play a particular play that I was thought was wow, that's ingenious. Like that's like wow, like it just blew my mind because I never saw it that way. And once I saw it in action, I saw how what's the word I'm looking for? How it helped them stop the run game. But I also saw where you can add on to that and do some different things that could make it better. And again, it was just watching it and seeing the things that they was doing, seeing how they was calling their plays, seeing how to call plays, what Ward is thinking, what the offensive coordinator is thinking, because I'm sitting in the box with him watching the game. Like it was a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of information. And for me to sit there and just be a fly on the wall, it gave me a different set of eyes, a different set of lenses to look through, if that makes any sense.
That's dope.
Yeah. And Mark Henry, young coach, I just want people that's hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ready to work and grind, hell shit, but if you whatever you don't know, somebody can teach you that. You know what I'm saying? I need guys that want to get after it and be on kids' ass and like, you know, they understand it's 24-hour job, even though we only, you know, on the clock for a certain amount of hours, but shit, this shit all day and night.
Yeah, it's a grind. It's a damn grind.
It's definitely a grind. Let me ask this question real quick. What's the difference between the kids now and the kids when you first coached at Lincoln, and maybe even the kids when you played? What's the difference in the kid? Because I feel like this generation is. Go ahead.
The kids at Lincoln was real. The definition of get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like that group of kids. Like that group of kids. Like nowadays, it's more talk like the gangsters ain't the gangsters that used to be the gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now the gangsters is NBA YoungBoy types. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The gangsters ain't like the gangsters used to be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays it ain't so much like that. But them Lincoln kids, man, like they just got it out the mud. You know, like they just came in with a mindset of just, you know, and they probably weren't the most coached up kids, you know, really looking back on that time, but they knew how to go hard as hell and run through a wall for your ass. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if they could be coached on how to run through a wall, they just still keep running into them at full speed. But this group of kids not gonna want to ask you why. You know, why we running to this wall? It ain't no more of that because I told you 2 times. That shit over. Now you got to have an answer for why we doing this, and then relate it back to film on this. Why I'm telling you this. Where back then it was just do as I say. Now it's more where you got to be explaining to people why you saying do what I say, and then you got to let them develop the understanding to understand what it means to do it. Back then it was just shit, just do it, man. Now it's shit. You got 101 questions, you know, D Key, you know. Everybody called the league. Everybody want number one. Everybody did this. Everybody did that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, bro, like shit. Now these kids, they'll do what you say. They got to feel you though. You know what I'm saying? Because what I learned in coaching was a lot of these kids don't give a damn. But if they got a coach that give a damn about something, they'll give more about that coach giving a damn about than they will their own self. So
that's true.
Emotional about something, they ain't worried because it can benefit them. They like, I'm going to do it for coach and not for themselves. But at the end of the day, as a coach, I'm really getting them to do it for themselves, even though they think they're doing it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
and so that's a lot of the mind tricks. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the game, man, sometimes that shit don't be about no adjustments. That shit be about having the goddamn Jesus Christ meeting on the sideline and like you trying to touch some souls. Like that Argyle game. Shit, I damn near died talking to them before we went out there. That what people don't know. I damn near told bitch to take me to the hospital.
Wow.
I damn near passed out in the car because I had to give everything I had in my body to get that last touchdown for us to get up. And that shit wasn't about no X's and O's. I gotta start talking about, man, when your daddy passed, he told me such and such and such. And I gotta go through individual kids and give them shit that I know they can't duck from, and they gonna feel what I'm talking about.
Wow.
But as the cat called me when we left that stadium, the night I got my dub hat somewhere around here. Shit, I damn near passed out in the car. I was like, man, take me to the hospital, but I came back too on the freeway.
You probably still went to the hospital, but here's the thing about it. People don't realize, man, sometimes as a coach, if you coach that way, you are just as tired as those kids are after the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like, man, I just got through playing the game. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's when them games you just be so engaged. You know?
They be thinking weird, but like cats don't really feel like when Coach Traylor giving his speeches, that's his reincarnation, really, if you know him, of being James Jones.
Yeah.
Because you hear when he talk about Coach Jones, and when the moments come, you see Coach Jones' soul in a Coach Traylor body. And
it does.
Dude is mimicking of what he remember Coach Jones would say back in them times. Like, if you just be around, he gonna all be like, you all I got. He said that wasn't Coach Jones. Shit, he used to always say, I ain't got nobody else.
Yeah, look, and he hit you. I don't know how long I got.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, but like, so you know what I'm saying? A lot of them cats, even as coaches, we emulate the motherfuckers that coached us.
Yeah,
like,
Coach James, Coach Smith. Yeah.
It's like for real, like when Coach Traylor hit that James Jones, like everybody be over there be wanting to, like, and the kids be like, Coach, shit, I'm getting these penalties because Coach Traylor talked all that shit in pregame, and I can't calm down. Now you get on the dub, and the dub gonna say, shit, they ain't got no character, they ain't disciplined. But he done revved them up to a point where shit, if they had a goddamn gun, they finna shoot it.
Damn.
They amped up. When you tell them that without football, some of y'all ain't got shit in life to look forward to.
Damn.
And then they start thinking, damn, I really ain't got shit without football. Shit, you better treat this game right then, bro.
Yeah.
We gonna touch on some real life shit.
She a fickle woman, boy. She is a fickle woman. If you treat her right, she will give you everything in the world, boy.
You challenge your inner samples.
Now, like really, Coach Sam wasn't the one when I was in high school. It was the dude named Coach Lewis was the one. Like Sam, he would only really come out and like give one of them hell of speeches every blue moon or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was Coach Lewis that was the one that had everybody in there ready to go kill the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? But Coach Sam, he had like one verse here, Chris, I remember, when he was talking to Byron Eaton, that was like a monumental speech that I keep my Rolodex. So I be keeping notes, and then I may write out a script for each game, and I be like, okay, at this game right here, this one I'm gonna pull this out right here. If I ain't feeling it, like if I be like a preacher too, because I be like, if I ain't feeling it, I tell Coach Spence, I say, Spence, get him going. You got it, bro. Y'all get him, and he gonna go say something. I only let really him and Traylor talk to the kids before a game, or if I ain't gonna talk.
Hey, if you was ever had an opportunity to be blessed enough to hear Coach Spencer speech, it is one of the best things you have ever heard. You might have to stand there and hold it in and do, you know how Tommy was when they were sitting at the table, he wanted to laugh at Martin, but he had to hold it in. But it was so funny, but it was so good at the same time. That's Spence. Spence got some of the greatest ones, boy. Man, I had to put, and I didn't look. This is me, and I don't even know the kids like that. So when he went off, I kind of pulled to the D lineman. I said, "Y'all okay?" They was like, "Yeah." Coach said, "Okay, you know, Coach is motivating y'all." He said, "I know, Coach. I ain't worried about Coach Spencer."
I said, okay. Coach Spencer gonna get on their hand though. Hey, I'm gonna tell you one of Coach Traylor famous sayings that he be saying though. Hey, he got this saying where he be like, talk about recruiting, he talking about the lies have been told.
That's messed up.
When he be telling me time to perform now, cause shit, I can't tell no more shit. It's on y'all motherfuckers now. Boy, I be sitting there laughing like a mud when we get back to the school. But if you know, that's why the defense all be down in the huddle. Cause Coach Traylor, Coach Spence, they finna give a TD Jakes and Freddie Hines speech to their ass right quick before they even come to the middle of the field.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Right.
It'd be funny, man. I'm telling you that. Listen, man, anybody will get an opportunity to go sit in and spend some time. And I'm telling you, coaches out there, man, whatever you do, if you can call at your coaches, especially if you're in the district, man, go do some PD over there, man. Go during the spring if you ain't got spring ball. Go over there and watch and learn. You will learn so much stuff. You will come back laughing. You'll come back laughing, but you'll come back informed.
Yeah, there's gonna be some comedy, but hey, I'm gonna tell you like one thing. Y'all be getting my little paper, J Mac. Y'all be watching the dub and shit. I get my little paper. I start writing my notes. I be like, okay. I be trying to lead in. I guess that's how preachers do when they write their sermon and shit. So I be writing my stuff. I be like, okay, I gotta hit it on this part right here to let them know when it get real. And be having that teardrop ready for them too. I'll be on their ass. Right. Hey, but they don't know.
Lord have mercy.
I be done practice that shit all week at home every night. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes it be crazy. Because sometimes I just wake up emotional in the morning. I just wake up and think about football. And, oh, shit, we back in state. I just start crying and shit. I'm getting brushing my teeth, tears running down my eyes and shit. Like I ain't got no tomorrow or something.
Hey, let me ask you this, Ty. When the speech that went viral about your mom, was that practiced or was that impromptu?
It was practice. I mean, it was wrote down, but I didn't ever practice the details of it. I just really told the story of a real life story, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
But I remember the day, so the day always in my mind, and I remember that day I was supposed to go see her, but I was like, I leave the Skyline like, man, shit, I'm tired. I went to the crib, and my mama passed that night, at the nursing home. So I always kept that in the back of my mind. So when we went back to state, my whole thing was, hey, we ain't never been here twice. We done did it once, but we don't ever know if we coming back again. So we don't want to miss this goddamn moment and be putting away tomorrows and not taking care of the todays in front of us. So, that speech was generated too. And then each one I normally somehow kind of tied in. The thing about the state game speeches be, your time be so short. And then they be mad because I tell them URL, I don't want no cameras in here. You know what I'm saying? But the realest speech I'll probably say I ever had was the night before the first playoff, the first year we won state. That speech that night, Ward got it somewhere still recorded, I believe. But that was the one right there. Like the only person I know that wasn't on the squad that was in there, Philip Tanner. And like that speech hit so much shit. I went through how I knew every kid in that motherfucker. I went through how I knew their parents. I went through, how we owed the people of the past that didn't get a chance to get to this point. Like when we walked out that room, I don't even know what the kids do because all the coaches know. After I talk to them, if they ain't focused and motherfucker, I don't give a damn. I'm finna go to sleep. So I go straight to my hotel room, go to sleep. And I don't wake up, and I know Coach Spence gonna be the one because he's more of a panicking guy at times. So I know he's gonna be around checking rooms and all that shit. I ain't checking shit. Your ass better be ready at 6 o'clock in the morning, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no women around me. I don't want no nothing. All I want is me, my bed, and my TV, and the Lord to wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning for roll call.
Right. Give me through the night, guys. Give me through the night.
Yeah, I ain't no coach that want your girl to sneak in and stay with you. I don't want none of that shit. No, I will be by myself with just nothing but me. I can reflect on my life before we go play this game.
Hey, Coach, we need that speech. We need that speech. We might have to open up a show with it.
Ward got so much stuff that he's saving when the documentary come out.
Like the movie, yeah.
Like Ward got some that speech before that shit. Like I went through Charles Walton. I went through every coach.
Oh, you hit him with the Walton?
Man, I went through everything. I went to everything. Why we wasn't just playing for ourselves. We playing for tens of thousands of kids that's been in this situation. That ain't
You playing for me. I appreciate that.
Like everybody was in it. Like anybody ever put on a Dallas uniform. We doing it for everybody that ever did.
Oh shoot, you did. Hey, you did it for me at Roosevelt. Appreciate that.
Yeah, for J Mac, he didn't do it for you though.
Yeah, we did it for before he transferred years.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, with that.
Right. When you talk to Philip Town, they talk at Philip Town. And when I got through, I just walked out the room and I see the kid's face. I'm looking at their face. I want to see, I don't want to see no locked in. I want to see Coach, I'm ready. If it means we got to die, we already to die. We need to be on some glory type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I walked out that shit, went to my room. I ain't see nobody. When I got up at 6 o'clock, the motherfucker was lined up ready for breakfast. I said, shit, is Kev on the bus? They said, yep. I said, well, let's roll.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm telling you another game with them with kids too. Alito game, the year we beat Alito. If you know something about a kid like Bubba ain't never on time for shit. So I know the first person gonna get to the school, everything, no matter what's going on, gonna be Coach Ingram. So Coach Ingram always at the school. And he gonna get there an hour or so before anybody supposed to be there. So Coach Ingram was there and Bubba was already there. And so I come in about maybe 7:30, 7:45. I walk in and they just all them kids with Bubba, they just sit in their coach's offices. When I saw Bubba that was on time and early like that, I said, shit, God gonna give us favor tonight. If you know Bubba, his ass be bullshit. But that day, Alito had his ass on alert too. And I'll never forget walking in that shit and seeing Bubba sitting in that chair inside that coach's office, shit, coach. And quiet too. It wasn't nobody talking. Well, you know how it is when you go into one of them games.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny, man, because those are some of that's how I can tell if the team is locked in, right? It's always the day of, the morning of, and walkthroughs. You know what I mean? If walkthrough is crisp, they talking, they communicating. It's that feeling you get where you like, yeah, we ready.
Yeah.
We had a scrimmage at Michigan, man, and this is when I was coaching. And so every day I was always stressed to the D line, we got to get out here before practice, work on the sleds, after practice, work on the sleds, nothing hard, nothing very manual. It's just more of let's just focus on our technique fundamentals, right? And so we had a scrimmage. And so we walked from the stadium and walked back to the football building. And I looked over and all of them to a T just walked straight to the sled and started working on the sled. And I was like, wow. And Coach Madison, he so happy to walk by. And I was like, man, shoot, we're going to be good. And we ended up having one of the best defensive lines that year.
Hey, Will, I got my microphone, but I don't know how to work it. That J-Max said I'm supposed to get a green sheet behind it or some shit.
Yeah, you got to get your you might not need it because you got your books back there. But if you want one of these little virtual backgrounds, you put that green screen behind you.
I need to know what I need by now. I got the microphone and the shit that I don't know what this piece is.
You ready? You can sing it, that rascal. Had that golden voice.
Yeah, you can go ahead and drop your Hot 16 right now, Todd.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna do that, man. While I got a little free time for tomorrow come, but man, y'all they may gotta go to sleep, fool.
Yeah, I gotta take a if I can get up at 5.
Oh,
Todd, do we got Todd? Is tomorrow half a day?
Nah, tomorrow a full day for the staff. No kids though.
Oh, they should give us half a day then.
It probably is teacher work day on the second half of the day.
Oh, okay. That means we work on our own.
Depending on what your administrator say.
Well, I work in PE, so if they want me to do that,
they just want you to mop the floor, man.
Well, hey, whatever is required of me, I will do it to the best of my ability.
All right, man. Let go so J-Mac go to sleep, man.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all.
All right, y'all.
You are looking live at
The dub is 3, 2. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 get ready, 4 to let go. Talking that talk is all that we don't. It's football time, we ready to roll. We bringing the coaches close to the fans, answering questions not from the stands. D1 players for offers and hands, from DF Dubs, the best of the land.